welcome back to another stream. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing great. Hey, welcome. Oh, watch myself. Amazing. Hope you all doing good. We're starting early today on the DrGluon channel. We're flipping the script. It'll be great. We're gonna be watching the echo. We're gonna be watching the Sim stream. No spoiler. I haven't watched it yet. Because I just woke up. So Docception. I was gonna watch myself. This guy seems pretty cool, you know. Very late for the port. Well, it's fine. Gist of it will get there. Come up in soon, you know. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing great. Anyone here who haven't seen the stream yet? So for those who don't know, we're going to be watching the Sim stream. It played like a few hours ago. It started at 1, right? And now it's 6. So, haven't seen it yet? I'm waiting for you. Sweet. Lily hasn't seen it. Oh. Is it still going? Is it this long? Is it somehow still going? We've seen part of it. Okay, so a lot of people haven't seen it yet. Okay, great. It's long. So we're gonna do. We're gonna watch this. We probably will have time for one Rosa. See what we think we'll have time for one Rosa. Hopefully, it's not that long. So that's the kind of plan. We watch this. We analyze it. We sleuth maybe, and then if we got more time, we do an episode of Rosa, and then we'll switch over to the Gist of It channel, which is my other YouTube channel. And we will play something else over there. Okay? So, it's 2.5. Dang! Holy moly. Well, let's strap in and get watching this thing then. Let's get in and watch this thing. Holy moly. Okay, well. 2.5. Watch it at double speed. There we go. What a good idea. Alright, let me log into YouTube and bring this up here. Sounds like a good night to me. I hope there's dances. I hope it's 2 hours of dancing. That's what I want to do. You know? All dances. How you doing today? Good to see you. But yeah, if it's your first time being here on the YouTube stream, welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Also hit the like button. That's how YouTube knows you like things, you know, by hitting that like button. With the algorithms and stuff. Please give us the gist of it. Well, I haven't got to watch it. It's 2.5 hours long. Wait, is that actually though? Or is it like half an hour of lead up? You know what I mean? Like if it's like 2 hours of, oh no, it's 5 minutes of lead up. Okay. Well, I got a drink. I got a smoothie drink. I don't need popcorn. Yeah, apparently it's 2.5 hours long, so... I hope it's jam-packed full of information and not like... I do have a candy. I did a all candy. Alright, well, let's just jump into this thing. Let's not wait too long. I'm not gonna put it at double speed. Come on. Come on. Let's go over here. I don't know if there's gonna be blocking anything if I go down here. Just kind of hang out down here. Movie night. Yeah, let's do this thing. Let's do it. Let's jump on in here. Okay, I feel like that's music that's gonna get me in trouble. Let's skip to the part. Okay, did they play the trailer at any point? Okay. Today, Growing Together, starring Simgu Graham, Simgu Morgan, Simgu Scott, and guests. Am I the guests? You can't hear the music? Well, I can't hear anything right now. There's nothing. Is this... There's 2 trailers they play? Okay, hang on. Is this a new trailer? Oh gosh, hang on. I gotta be careful because if they play like copyrighted music, we're gonna be in trouble, you know. Okay, that's not music we're gonna be able to play on stream. Have we seen the trailer before? This is what we saw before, right? Oh gosh, these are old trailers, right? Okay, is this old? Can they just like not play? Oh, hang on, it's Graham talking. What are you saying?
The objective the team rallied around was to surpass player expectations.
Oh, this is not a trailer.
For freeing the babies. Now, our vision to accomplish that was to add infants as an entirely new age, resulting in a much more natural progression.
You can skip the old trailers.
Early stages of life.
When you add a new life stage,
wait, have I seen this before?
There are a lot of challenges.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Figure out how to display the infant.
I feel like we've seen this before. I recognize this. Alright, I think it starts probably right here. Oh yeah, this seems like new. I got Bob Pancakes on the screen. This is great. Okay. Yeah, that was from the Sims Summit. Okay. Well, it was actually from the other Sims Summit thingy. Yeah. The volume is gonna be low at the beginning for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay.
I am Sim Guru Graham. I'm our lead producer.
Yeah.
On Infants.
This is as loud as it gets.
I'm a producer on Infants and also Growing Together.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the first part of our stream today, it's going to be a 2-part stream, like Frost mentioned.
It is as high as it goes again.
All of the great stuff that is coming your way with our free base game update for Infants, which of course is a brand new life stage coming to The Sims 4 on March 14th. So we've got some special guests.
So they do get it louder? They do make it louder later? Hopefully they do. Hang on. Okay, they do. Okay, great. Let's make sure.
That are going to be joining us today as well. We'll have them calling in throughout the broadcast, but
the chat's like, "You're too quiet. You're too quiet."
Infants. We'll also be
chatting
with Steph, one of our infant concept artists, and finally, we'll be also chatting with Sim Guru Nova, another member of the Infants and Growing Together production team. So,
great.
With that said, we've got about little over 2 hours of live streaming content for you today. Settle in, get in a comfy chair, grab a good drink.
Oh God.
Let's get right into it.
Let's just get right into it.
So today we're going to start off in the pancake household with Bob. He's very excited to see you all.
He's very excited. That is the happiest I've ever seen Bob.
Yeah.
It's also the brightest I've ever seen this house. This house is so dark usually.
We're loading in today. I was like, wow, Eliza sure looks cheerful today. And whew, Bob's even happier. So I think we're set up for a fun stream today.
So you might notice there doesn't appear to be an infant in this household. There's a lot of infant stuff around though.
Yeah, and you are going to get a lot of new objects coming with this update as well. So it's not just the infants. But
wait, did they update the house so that they had a baby? Did they actually do this, or they just did this for the live stream? They go back because that's kind of cool. They've always teased that they had a baby, but they, unless you do it yourself.
As well.
So I've decorated the house with it, but we also have it laid out for everyone.
So apparently they shush DrGluon. Apparently they get the volume goes louder in a little bit. The volume is quiet as loud as I can go right now. It's at maximum volume, and apparently they realize it's too quiet. They turn up the volume. Okay. Oh, captions. Yeah, I'm going to captions. Nope, there's no captions. Sorry. No captions available.
To really look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just take a look at everything that's coming for free.
Yeah, this is floor 1 of 2.
Floor 1 of 2.
Yeah, lots of little adorable things, right? I'm really excited about the bassinet. It's actually the first bassinet, I'm sure many of you will know, that we've added to base game since it launched way back when. So that'll be a really great addition. But look at all the cute stuff coming.
Mm-hmm. Little llamas.
Llamas.
I guess they're not little, are they?
No, those are quite big llamas.
Big llamas? These are bookshelves, so you can use those.
That's cute.
I'm gonna go into build mode really quick to show off this one. These actually all have variants as well. I just haven't placed out all of their variants. This one in particular,
Oh,
I like
Piggy.
the little animals on it.
Yeah, it's so cute.
But yeah, these all also have variants here. Over here, we actually have 3 new toys that come with unique audio for them. So I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like sensory development toys. We'll see an infant play with a little bit later.
And then before we head on up to the next floor, I wanted to point out how cool I think these rugs are. The dinosaur one's my favorite.
And all those adorable patterns.
And these are also my new favorite rug, I think. As you can probably
They fixed the volume. The volume's fixed now.
see over here because I've decorated literally
Like,
everywhere with them.
Yeah, those are cute.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly handy.
Yeah, I put them
Rug job.
everywhere. Anything else you want to look at on this floor?
Well, what's out back there, Morgan?
Yeah, what's up, back
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Oh, fences.
So these are our new playpens here.
Wait, what?
So it's a fence. You can use it as a fence and however you'd like. There's a lot of different color options. And I think we're gonna look at it during
Ooh,
the
new
next part of the stream,
cages.
but you can also child proof.
Wait, what? What? Yeah, new cages. Child activity and games enclosure.
Yeah, so they've got a new baby proofing option, which is a type of lock that'll keep your infants and toddlers from going through. But
Okay,
essentially,
baby proofing.
you could set that on any door, on any gate in the game. We just wanted to give you one that looked perfect for our new infants.
That's cool.
Trying to find an actual door here.
Yeah, apply baby proofing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
let's
there's
hop,
some fun gameplay with that too.
let's hop up to floor number 2.
Cribs.
Because boy, do we have a lot of cribs for you coming in this update.
Yeah, a lot of these
Well, variants.
might seem somewhat familiar because they match the other furniture pieces we have for children and toddlers and like their categories. So
That's kinda
they'll
cool.
match that and you can make a matching nursery with all those furniture pieces. But we also have some new ones that are kind of different here.
As far as I can say, yeah, I think this is all the free stuff. This is what comes with the free updates. Yeah, I mean, we're just going over the patch right now. There's quite a bit. I mean, these are all just variants, so it's kind of a little deceiving because you go like, okay, this is one right here, and this is. I mean, there's a lot of variants, so that's good. But like, this is all one crib with just different colors, and then there's one over here. So, kind of looks like 3 different cribs that we're looking at. I mean, it's good that they have a lot of colors, like more than 3 colors. So. Hang on. That's a Twitch thing. Go about
Amanda
that.
Lovasier gifted a Fez to Schizow.
That's-
Amanda Lovasier gifted 3 months of tier 1 to Schizow.
That's a
They've
Twitch
gifted
thing.
41
Oh, it's 4
months
cribs?
in the channel.
Thank you so much for that. I don't know if you're even here, but thank you.
Yeah, I love that the cribs have a little bit of different functionality depending on what you want to use them for. So, like the one closest to us has actually been converted into a toddler bed. It's one of the upgrades that Sims can perform on some of the cribs, so that the furniture ages along with your Sims
That's
as
cool.
they grow up in your household. On the far end of the room, though, we've got our travel crib, and I really like this one as well.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
can
cool.
actually live drag it around, place it in a Sims inventory, bring it with you to other locations, so you always have a place for your infant to grab a little rest on the go.
Yeah. And then we'll also look at some other.
Is there a
upgrades little
grungy
bit later for
option?
these.
Yeah, but for right now, boy, it's going to be hard to do a live stream today, Morgan, if we don't have an infant in our family.
Yeah, that's too bad that we
That's
don't.
woohoo!
That's actually for a reason though. We wanted to show off something new that we're adding also for base game called Science Baby. So it's a social interaction, but you can also go to your phone and you can choose to have a science baby with somebody, either by
Science? Baby?
yourself or with another sim. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. And you might notice that options are appearing here for sims that you also don't have a romantic relationship with, which is really cool because it lets you kind of tell whatever story you'd like here, whether it be a surrogacy story or something, or yeah, there's a lot of different stories you could tell with this.
Yeah, I know. Like the first time I heard Science Baby, I was like, "Oh, what's that?" But it's really this broad term that captures a lot of new possibilities for stories that you can tell. So whether it's a same-sex relationship, whether it's something platonic,
Okay, I see. I
whether
get
it's
you.
a
I get you. It's
surrogacy, like you
cool.
mentioned, there's all these types of stories that you just weren't able to tell in The Sims 4 previously, and now all of that's possible, which is such a great addition when you think about it.
So for this live stream, Eliza doesn't really want to have a baby with Bob. She's going to have one with her friend Bella. They do have to be some degree of friends, but they are. So Bella agreed. And Eliza's going to go off now and have a science baby. Say yes. And
100 science
whenever they have a
babies.
science baby, they won't go through. I think it'll be sort of an.
Kind of wish there was more of an
thing.
animation about that.
Yeah,
It's like
magic science.
science baby. Sure. Bye bye. I don't know.
So fast forward a moment here. And I've actually had twins before this way as well.
Oh, we'll see if we get lucky today.
It's a girl. We'll name her Amelia Pancakes. And she's up here in the new bassinet.
There she is, cute little Amelia. And she's
Aw.
actually looking a little bit different. I think many of you tuning in today likely know our newborns in The Sims 4 have been a bit limited in terms of their appearance.
What do you
in the
mean?
past. In fact, we only had 3 natural skin tones they could select from. But with the update that's coming, our newborns now have the same range of skin tone
That's good.
possibilities as all of our other Sims in game. So they're a much more natural addition to your family right from the get-go. And we made some other improvements as well. They now have their correct genetic eye color. We've changed a bit about their overall appearance and the way that they move, just to skew them a little bit younger. They really do represent those first few days of coming from home from the hospital now. But to talk a little bit more about improvements we made to our newborns, because it's not just aesthetic.
Yeah, it's just like
why
immediate.
don't I
You get a
invite
baby.
Sindhu Lakshmi to join in
Well, Katie,
and tell us
thank
a
you so
little
much for
bit more
that.
about the changes to them.
Hi, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for the membership sub. Appreciate that. And if you are new watching and enjoying this stream, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help out. We're at 249 likes right now. They do look different for sure. Yeah.
We did quite a few different things to help our newborns fit into the game a little better. The first thing we did was we smoothed out caring for newborns. So now Sims can continue holding them and seamlessly transition between interactions. And also a caregiver will automatically respond when they are crying. If you have a weather, we've added compatibility so that newborns will react to being outside in storms or extreme temperatures. They'll cry and let you know they're unhappy about that. The show off to interaction
great.
is a little easier to complete as well, and it now allows you to show a toddler their new sibling. Children and toddlers actually got a new interaction called entertain, which allows them to be silly and spend a bit of quality time with the new family edition. And then one more tweak we made was how long it takes a newborn to automatically age up into an infant. Since this stage is now just covering the very beginning of life, we shortened that time a little bit, but the other ages have been extended to make sure your Sims can see their little ones grow up and maybe even have children of their own.
Yeah, super cute.
Wait, what was
But
that part?
as adorable as this newborn
Hang
is,
on.
They're crying. If you have a weather, we've added compatibility so that newborns will react to being outside in storms or extreme temperatures. They'll cry and let you know they're unhappy about that. The show off to interaction is a little easier to complete as well, and it now allows you to show a toddler their new sibling. Children and toddlers actually got a new interaction called entertain, which allows them to be silly and spend a bit of quality time with the new family edition. And then one more tweak we made was how long it takes a newborn to automatically age up into an infant. Since this stage is now just covering the very beginning of life, we shortened that time a little bit.
Okay.
But the other ages have been extended to make sure your Sims can see their little ones grow up and maybe even have children of their own.
100 babies is going to be a long time. 100 babies is going to take a long time, beeps. We might need to shorten it a little bit. We may need to play in like short lifespan. If this is like 1 day stage, And then, I don't know, how long are the infants going to take? Only A's? Only B's. Let's get to B's. 50-day challenge. Yeah, I know. Either.
Yeah, super cute. But as adorable as this newborn is, we really need an infant in this household in Oregon.
Yes, we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here to age them up early.
So you can still do that, which is good.
She was going to show off.
Maybe we just like they're never babies. They just we get to this point and then we just boom infant right away, you know.
Or the newborn.
I'm trying to think of 100 babies ways, you know. We just immediately age up. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
They fly out of there.
And I love that Sims that are nearby will take pictures of it now. They recognize the importance of those moments.
So we could randomize a trait.
Oh, here we go.
Traits for infants.
Yeah, 6 of them.
6 of them. And they range from sort of a sunny, happy, just generally easier infant to intense, where they have big emotions and they're going to be a lot more of a challenge to
100 intense baby challenge. Let's go.
play with.
10 sounds like a handful for our stream today. Maybe we go back over to Sunny Morgan.
No. We're going to go with cautious today. These Sims appreciate the familiar, but are slow
Wiggly.
to warm up to new experience, location, and Sims. Because I think we're going to be able to show something cool specifically with that one during the live stream.
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't want to make it too easy.
Oh,
Now,
they come
of
down a
course,
cloud.
You get to not only select these traits when your Sim ages up into an infant, but infants can actually be fully customized and created in Create a Sim as well. So why don't we actually head into that mode and we'll see everything that you can do in there.
Okay.
You want to see a wiggly baby?
So this is pretty exciting because
but-
this is the youngest age Sim we've ever been able to create in Create a Sim. And of course, they're fully customizable with everything you'd expect, whether that's hairstyles, accessories, clothing, those personality traits that we just saw. And as Morgan clicks through some of our different clothing options right now, why don't I invite Steph onto the stream, our infant concept art. Tell us a little bit more about the clothing coming for infants.
Hi, everybody. We wanted to give players really cute basics that they could mix and match. We have a bunch of new onesies, leggings and tops. We have new full bodies that are super cute. Like, I think we have like overalls. Yeah, the overalls are really cute, and like that overall dress. We also have some seasonal stuff. We have a winter suit, like it keeps your baby warm. We also have a really cute bear one. I think that's also my favorite. It's like that really fuzzy Sherpa material, super cute. And then also, like, if it's hot weather and you don't want to have much clothes on your baby, we also have cute baby diapers. And then
There's a lot of those.
yeah, we have a bunch of
Oh, it's
patterns.
my undies, but my diapies.
And
I love the
then
way they rotate to show it.
Yeah, and for more storytelling options, we also
Hey, how you
have
doing?
some baby accessories. We did some really cute baby glasses.
Yeah, no fez. The heck.
Maybe I'll do
Yay,
it on
they're
a
so
different
cute.
outfit that we can see it better.
Yeah. And then we also added baby helmets.
And this was something brand new to me. I'm not a parent myself, but I love, not only did we get it in there, but just some really cute versions of it, like the aviator goggles, my absolute favorite.
Yeah, the aviator one is also my favorite.
Okay.
Did you want to show off some hair now?
Yeah, definitely. Let's look at some of the new hairs. I'll just
Yeah,
remove
so
any of the
for
filters.
the baby hairs, we wanted to give people players lots of options. So we have some that are like, some babies have lots of hair, and then some babies don't have as much hair, and we just wanted to give the players those kinds of options. I think
Oh, look at that
the
one.
one, I think it's the second one from the bottom right to the left of Or right to the that one. That one we're calling like the wispy one because that was like one of the harder ones for us to achieve because we're truly trying to get like a new painting style. So hopefully that comes off really well as a newborn hair for you guys.
Super cute.
Yeah.
And of course,
then
oh, go ahead,
oh,
Steph.
oh, you can go ahead.
Well, was there more that you were going to want to share? Because I was going to move over to some of our cool skin detail options.
Oh yeah, I just wanted. That's what I was going to ask if you wanted to go ahead and talk about stork bites.
Yeah, for sure. So let's bring SimGuru Nova on to talk a little bit about our new skin details and stork bites for infants and some for our other ages as well.
Sure. Hello. So yeah, you can apply stork bites, which are birthmarks specifically for infants in CAS. And as they age up, they will fade away.
Glam, thank you so much for that.
For infants in real life. But you can make use of the new skin details we're offering in later ages as well. Coming to base game, we've added birthmarks across the ages in CAS, each with a set of
stork bites, because when you go through labor, sometimes it leaves a mark that will be there for a little bit.
Swatches to kind of match different skin tones and ensure that they show up visibly and look natural. And we've also, as you've seen in the cast preview, maybe added a bunch of different additional skin details like stretch marks and a C-section scar to kind of help you create more realistic Sims as they move through different stages in their life and represent, the changes that a Sim's body might go through as they age and raise a family and things like that.
Yeah, I feel like the Sims feel a lot more real now with all of those details on them. So certainly been enjoying seeing that in game.
Yeah, and of course, variants across the board for each of those skin details, so that work on that wide range of skin tones as well.
Mm-hmm. I think there's one more thing before we hop out of cast we were wanting to show off today, and that is that under the view choice settings, we actually also added in a new option for can this sim produce milk.
Oh, that's good.
So that should be able to help create a wider variety of Sims.
Yeah, additional storytelling options, especially around pregnancy and children.
Okay, so let's hop into some infants gameplay and see them in game.
Let's do it.
Cute. Let's go.
Little, what was her name? Amelia?
Yeah, little Amelia pancakes.
Amelia. All right, well, let's start with a bath. Let's just.
They always show the babies with the glasses on. And I thought, I don't know. I imagine like the glasses would just not stay on a baby. They would fall off immediately. Every time we see these babies, they have glasses on. Every time they show these babies, they got glasses on.
Show off some of these cute new things you're going to be doing with
your
strap.
Maybe babies though.
Let's give her a bubble bath.
The strap ain't gonna stay on. I mean, I guess they stay. Okay.
It's pretty cute.
My kids have glasses on, but they never had glasses when they were babies. You want to know the strap in the back? Yeah, I mean, this is the babies though.
Now, of course, this is just one of the many different options in there that you're going to have for taking care of your infant. And infants have all of the needs.
We're at the beginning of it. There's a lot of this.
So we're taking care of their hygiene here. Different options for sleep, for hunger, for attention. And we'll see all of those as we go through and play a little today. But you'll see all the cute little interactions.
Oh, look at the little bath thing.
And she's testing the temperature of the water.
We had one of those.
Some little bubbles on Amelia's head.
No glue.
Just perfectly.
Yeah, bathtub thingy.
She seems like a pretty good mom. I think there's something that we did with that where, with attachment. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that, Lakshmi?
Yeah, sure. Both our newborns and infants are sort of trying to gauge if the world is a place where they are safe. If they're left crying or with low needs, they'll be feeling neglected. But when the Sims are caring for them and spending time with them, then they form this good sense of attachment. To help understand how this attachment is developing, there are moodlets that will let you know how cared for your infant is feeling. You might see one on her now. I'm not sure, since she just got a little love on the infant. So she got some care, and so she's feeling well cared for. So when
Uh-oh, Gluon.
are...
What do you mean, uh-oh? What do you mean? You think my baby's gonna be well cared for? I mean... Oopsie. So, like, what are the negative effects of that? What can we expect if we're not well cared for? Loved, but, you know, independent. You got outed.
Level attachment,
yeah, I
they
did.
won't feel neglected when they're crying because they trust that someone will come and help them. But if that care hasn't arrived in the past, then their attachment would be low, and so they'll feel extra sad when their cries are going unanswered. Also, as we just saw, when the sim is caring for or showing affection to an infant, there are moodlets that help you gauge sort of how secure the infant is feeling.
Okay, like never tried.
If you build attachment as a newborn and an infant, we have 3 reward traits that can be earned when the sim ages up. There's happy infant for a sim that formed a good bond and therefore trusts that sims have good intentions. And then top notch if they were very well cared for, which also means they like trust their caregivers.
Yeah, hey Bob, maybe don't be throwing like things in the air when there's a baby in your feed.
To the other end,
there's
also unhappy infant, which will make them basically more skeptical of sims. They have a hard time trusting the intentions of those sims.
I love that it tells that story of like care and attachment from early in life, and then carries through the rest of a sim's life and helps form that strong foundation for them.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell the opposite story of that too? Where I'm having 100 babies, so some things may fall through the cracks.
Now, Morgan, I saw you clicking on the high chair a second ago, and I bet a lot of people in our chat would screw
No.
Oh no, not the high chair. Anything but the high chair.
At least they recognize.
Yeah. Our longtime veterans, a lot of them will know it's one of those tricky objects. It was always a little difficult.
Tricky. They yeah, we know about the bugs. Yeah, we know about the high chair, how they're just completely bugged out and don't work. Yeah, we know. It's actually a little joke to us, honestly. We're like, what's worse, high chairs or the laundry system? Anyway, yeah, so we know about it. We're not gonna fix it, but we know about it.
Difficult to play with your toddlers, but fear not, we've made a number of quality of life improvements in the high chair. So some of those issues you experienced in the past where a toddler would just constantly want to get in and out of the high chair and have trouble feeding them in it, that should be much better now. And it's not just for our toddlers. Of course, all those improvements are there for infants as well. So that you get to really enjoy that object and some of the new gameplay that we've added around it. What are you trying right now, Morgan?
We're trying mashed peas right now. So infants always try their new food. Can't because they're currently trying it. But there's a selection of different baby foods you can try with your infants. And they'll either be unsure, they'll like it, they'll love it.
I'll believe when I play it. Yeah. We'll see.
They react accordingly, and it's really cute to watch them and see. As
the key should be good. I like the animation will like go like out of their mouth.
Figure out what they like and they don't. You might notice that she was unsure about mashed peas. That's one of those.
I mean, I'm unsure about mashed peas
Amelia's
too.
Trait here that she's cautious is going to come into play because she's going to be less certain if she likes food more often than other infants are. So just there's a lot of little things like that within those traits packed into how.
Okay, but can we eat the baby food? Can adults eat the baby food? Because a lot of times that baby food, it's pretty good. It's pretty like you're feeling like. Actually, hang on. So hopefully adults get the baby food as well.
How they behave differently.
I want to live off the baby food.
Cute. And I'll give another tip to the non-parents out there, I guess. Another thing I learned while working on this update is that exploring foods in the high chair, that's really about like establishing those moments of care and attention with parents. It's about trying new things and exploring the world around them and less about satisfying hunger. So just before that, you were bottle feeding Amelia here, and we added a nice new option around that as well, because either bottle feeding or breastfeeding, that's the best way to go about satisfying an infant's hunger. Now, previously, you had to select that each time, whichever option it was you preferred, but now you can designate the preference for your infant, and Sims will automatically do that when they're playing autonomously or you know, when you use or direct them to help feed an infant. Now here, little Amelia, she's found her way over to the toys in the living room. And of course, she's playing with some of the building blocks, but I see some of her new sensory toys behind her as well.
Yeah.
Right, can we control the babies?
While we wait for her brother.
We click play. Does that mean we can play them? Hey, Waffles, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that. By the way, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit that like button as well. It does really help out. We're at 428 likes.
And what's Iggy coming over to try doing?
He was going to try to entertain her.
I like how Iggy's grown up now.
A little peekaboo with Amelia. I think that's my.
Are they going to update this family to actually include Iggy permanently? They should.
They're super cute when they do it. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Why is she sad? I don't know. This is going to be rough for me. It's like, Gluon, the baby's sad. The baby's sad. Yeah. Baby's fine.
Another game.
Baby's fine. They're in the pen. They're in the cage.
Oh, she will like that. Well, she is really tired. It is time for her to have a nap.
Okay, well maybe we give her a rest.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take her on upstairs to her crib. And put her to bed here.
Now this crib looks a little bit different than the ones that we saw earlier when we were looking at all the cribs. You've added in to this one, haven't you, Morgan?
Yep. It has been upgraded to have a little Oh no, I always want to call them carousels. They're not carousels.
Mobiles.
Little mobile that and there's two options. There's I think a space one and then this bird one, which is my favorite.
Does it move?
Oh, she might be wanting to. Oh, she's crying. We waited a little too long to put her to bed and now she's grumpy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on upstairs, and the reason why we're using the one with the carousel, we have the one downstairs that's portable, but you have to soothe them to sleep sometimes to help them go to sleep, especially if they're like a wiggly infant or something.
Yep.
So you soothe them, you can kiss them to get them to go to sleep a little better. But if you have this, you can actually just play a lullaby, and that's going to help them.
There's a white noise option.
Sleep a little bit easier.
We always use white noise. That really helped our kids.
So soothing.
Yep. The music was always distracting for my kids. But white noise.
Myself, Morgan. It might be time for me to get ready to bounce.
That's actually really cute.
Yeah, I think we have a little with the.
Yeah. So before I go, I think of course we're looking at just our base game update today, and we're only playing with base game, but we've got a whole wealth of packs out there that I'm sure many of you have. And so we added a lot of content for infants across some of those packs as well. So when I think about expansion packs, like of course with cats and dogs, your infants are going to be able to pet the dog. You know, that's always the most important
Can they ride the
question
dog?
to the internet, right? Or if you have a game pack, like say Parenthood, that's something that should really naturally integrate with an experience with infants, and it absolutely will. So as you're developing your parenting skill, you're going to find new ways to provide better care for your infants. And even with some of our stuff packs, like Nifty Knitting, for example, there's a bunch of onesies that you can knit for your infants. So definitely, try it out with some of the different packs out there and see what you can discover. I think they're really nice part of the overall Sims 4 experience.
Baby backpack for dogs. Yeah, what about Batu? How does it work with Batu? That's really what I want to know.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really happy to give this detailed look.
That's actually really cute.
Now, of course, this is coming to all players, all platforms on March 14th. So excited for you to get your hands on it. And we're going to take a really short break. Don't go anywhere, because as fun as this was, you're about to see all of the great content coming with The Sims 4 Growing Together, our newest expansion pack. I myself am going to say goodbye for today. Morgan is going to stay here with you, but I'm going to tag in Grimsu Rudoy, our lead designer on Growing Together.
Is the trailer coming up? Okay.
Content that's coming. So
Jedi babies.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute.
Enjoy the trailer.
Okay, we're gonna pause that because I don't know what about the music. The music gets Gluey in trouble, so we're gonna just kind of go past that. Plus, we've already seen it before, so we're good. That was actually really cute. I mean, it seems like we could control the babies. It seemed like we could, she was able to click on something, like play with toy. But can we, like, move here, move there? I don't know. They didn't really show that. Is Ninja here? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Everyone be on their best behavior. Everyone be cool. Everyone be cool.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Back.
I'm very excited to be here.
2.5 hours, Ninja? Couldn't go for frame? Other dances. You could have like had half an hour of dancing only.
I don't know if I just want to be clear. This is not normally what I dress like to come into work. I do not develop the Sims 4 in this all the time, but
I do.
It's a special. Yes, Morgan does. But it's a special occasion, so we thought we get dressed up a little bit.
He's a sloth.
I'm a sloth.
If you were unsure.
And we're here to talk about The Sims 4 growing together.
As was announced earlier, this is Grungy Rudoy.
Oh yes, hello. Sim Guru Morgan still with us.
Everyone be calm.
And if you
Everyone
hear
be cool.
Morgan saying Scott, that's also me. My name is Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Online, if you follow me on Twitter, I go by Grimsrudoy for reasons that we're not going to get into here. But yeah, I was the lead designer on
Sloth
Sims 4
confirmed.
Growing Together.
Scott,
Our
yeah.
expansion pack that's coming out on March 16th, and I'm very, very excited to be able to show you a lot of the stuff that's going to be in it today.
Wait a minute. Is Morgan dressed like a bear right now? Is that the Toothberry confirmed? Toothberry confirmed?
There's some outfits. Why don't you tell us a little bit about like a brief overview of you?
I would love to do that. Yes. So with The Sims 4 growing together, what we wanted to do was we wanted to give you, the player, the opportunity to really celebrate the kind
So these outfits are now from the expansion pack. So they're showing you the ones, because before we just saw the ones from that come in the patch. These ones with the little thingy, these expansion pack outfits.
full lifetimes and memorable milestones of every Sim family, all the different kinds of families we know you're making, you're playing with, and explore the unique ways in which they may interact with each other. And I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna talk a little bit about kind of our design pillars, our design goals for this pack. We're gonna see.
Whoa! Look at those glasses. Those are cool.
But I'm gonna talk about kind of what we were trying to hit with growing together. And the first one, we started off with a core of kind of making sure that family matters, right? That when you are interacting with family members, that it feels different than when you are interacting with a random Sim walking down the sidewalk. So whether that is your close family, whether that is extended family, whether you have family kind of across multiple households, right, living in different lots, Ninja,
it's kind of weird. I haven't seen any baby fezzes yet, so maybe is that like a patch you guys gonna add in, or still working out the details on that one? That's fine if you are. Yeah, just so I know.
All those
just some Dave guy
and family, that it feels special and meaningful to be interacting between family members. And then kind of going out beyond that, the next thing we looked at was really deepening and making more meaningful all of our relationships across the game. Obviously, our family relationships had to feel different, had to feel special. But when we were looking at that, and we're going to talk about some of these features that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, but a mistake.
To do this, we wanted to make all of.
I hope someone got fired for that one.
And make them more meaningful, so that when you have two Sims talking to each other, conversing, having these social interactions, that they really do feel like they are two individual Sims with unique kind of social preferences and compatibility, and making it so that it doesn't feel like any two Sims conversing at any time are like any other two Sims, that those conversations, those relationships are different and unique. And then once we did that, the thing that I really enjoy is kind of like the icing on the cake for growing together is we really wanted to provide a sense of the drama of life that we were excited about when we looked at the lifetimes of our Sims and how to make them interesting throughout. And here we kind of did it in two ways. We made features where players are able to really start off their Sims in a dramatic fashion, give them kind of like interesting ways to relate to each other, but also be able to trigger potentially moments in their story that are more dramatic. But we also had the game be a little more reactive. We have some features in Growing Together that I think are really fun, that really I think of as sort of like story prompts for your Sims, that give them an opportunity to maybe take a little detour on the story that you had in mind for them, and gives you as the player...
These clothes look nice, right? Anybody, I'm not really a cast person, but they seem nice. Clothes, cool.
Still control to kind of say yes or no to that story prompt, but might take you in a direction that kind of throws a little bit of extra drama in their life, that I think is really fun and makes it so that their lifetimes feel full and meaningful. So yeah, I mean, thank you for indulging me. That was a little bit kind of like designy. We didn't get to see any of that yet, but we're gonna see examples of all of that, I think. And that was really what we wanted to do with Growing Together. And I would like to think that we succeeded, but we can look at some.
I like to think that I'm growing together
really
with Simgu
to kind of tie back to a lot of those things that I was just talking about.
There's a lot to cover today, like a lot, as you could tell.
Yes. I'm covering as much of my body as I can with this. It's gonna get really hot. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm already sweating a little bit and regretting my choices, but we got a couple hours to go. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine.
It's gonna get hot and sweaty in here.
Well, would you like to talk to us? We've been looking at some outfit things here.
It's like a ginger dog.
About the pack clothing here, and maybe point out some of your favorite pieces we can look at.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. As you can see here, we are trying to include clothing and accessories for all ages. Elders, adults, children, toddlers, and of course more cats for infants. So for the clothing style we have for this pack, you will find urban, casual, everyday wears, and refined vintage style. The modern design with vintage aesthetic for early spring and summer clothing. And I think
hey Amber, thank you so much for that.
If you go to the
I like the headscarf.
There's a mohair cardigan with a corset underneath. Yeah, this one is one of my favorite. We include the plaid and strap pattern options with some vintage color and pastel color. It's very spring vibe. Which you can match with some other sets with other family members' clothing.
The Yoda outfit.
If you go, this toddler. If you choose full body, this one you can match it together. We include some pattern options that family members' clothing they can coordinate each other.
Oh.
And then here's the full body one you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's really cute. I love the idea of just kind of having matching family outfit.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite outfits?
Do I have any favorite outfits? I don't know if you can tell. I'm a fan of costumes. So I like the full body costumes.
Baby hot dog.
Is it for the infants?
Is it baby hot dog?
That is the it's like the duck.
Yes.
So that's one of my favorites. I love the duck. I love being able to dress up your infants like little animals. I did that as a parent. I'm sure all parents do. I think you legally have to take a picture
of your
infant when it is at the age where you could put them in a bunch of these outfits and then share them with family.
I think there needs to be a baby hot dog outfit.
I think you have it on our elder right now, which is that headscarf.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Which is super cute and like really versatile, and it's something that I feel like I'm gonna put on a lot of my Sims from here on out. Forever.
Yeah, and we used our new tech with this too. So if your hair color is different, it also updates with your hair color. Nice. So that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think Molly, didn't you have some favorite pieces too?
Yes, I did. So the child accessories that are like bead necklaces and the bead bracelet, all the swatches are so cute, and like the different beads that it puts on them for that one, like I love it, and I love the
baby hot dog rhyme.
Like they just remind me of being a kid and making little chunky bead bracelets for everybody in my house and like making them wear them.
Yeah, those are amazing. Steph, did you have any favorites? And I think you were going to talk to us today about some of the hairs.
Yeah, for hair for the Sims 4 Growing Together, we collaborated with Lacey Redway, a professional hairstylist, bringing her expertise to the Sims 4.
That's cool.
We added a bunch of new braid styles that we hope are going to be improving our catalog, and we really hope that the players are going to enjoy. One of my favorites is the one with the top bun, the braid bun, the one with the really big bun on the.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Gorgeous.
We really tried to improve our baby hair styling so it looks more natural and it blends more with the hair. We also and then another favorite one was the I think it's the short curly one. We have one that's a solid color, but my favorite is the one that's colored. So we kept the natural root color, and then the color options are like just the curly tips. So that one was really fun to do. Yeah. And then we also have some more infant hairs that we're adding.
Yeah, I think this
So we
fun.
have some options.
Oh, there's a new one
like
for the expansion.
Different like textures. You have the curly, wavy, but then my favorite one is that I call it the the pineapple hair bun. Yeah. You always have to do that to it when their hair is just long enough, and you're like, oh, I could put it in a ponytail now.
There's also hair for other age groups as well. That's something I really like about this pack is how many different options there are across the different age groups. But I think I had her and her mom have matching hair because I thought that was really cute. Okay.
Yeah, I really like that kind of like from a create a sim perspective and kind of making sure that, you know, from the design side, we're looking at the entire lifetime of the sim, right? Really looking at all the age stages here, and create a sim kind of reinforcing that with getting those styles and those accessories and those hairs like across all those life stages as well.
So I
Did
forgot,
toddlers get new
actually,
traits?
to introduce this family. This is the Lumberjackson family.
Sure.
Technically on the gallery, if you downloaded him, his name is Kurt Lumberjackson, but that was before he was a secret agent, and I renamed him to Ron Lumberjackson. So I'm aware you can't get me on that, but like his name is now Ron Lumberjackson.
Right,
just so
for safety reasons.
Yes, for safety reasons. And
I remember Ron actually. I think from the werewolves stream.
Ron's my favorite.
Yes. You probably just didn't introduce them because you're so familiar with Ron.
Yeah, and I think I've updated him to have, which we forgot to mention, some of our new skin details that come with
these
this
freckles.
pack.
They did get more traits.
And also some moles, which are amazing.
Yes.
He's got kind of a beard in the way there, but yeah, and there's also body freckles. You can kind of see it here. I think on his mom, she has some body freckles down here. A little risque. Yeah.
Just let Mama wear what Mama wants. Come on.
She's like, oh, my makeup's not done.
Having fun this snow?
So,
dang.
Yeah, the Lumberjacksons. This is his wife Mira, and these are their kids. They also have a newborn, so we can show off some new pack-specific stuff for newborns. And then this is Mama Lumberjackson, Ron's mama. So she's also here with this family. And speaking of this, Molly, would you like to tell us a little bit about the family dynamics feature that we're adding?
Oh yeah.
Why, yes, I would like to tell you about it. So basically, you can set a family dynamic now between any two members of a family. It creates unique tones to each relationship, sort of. Oh, sorry. It creates unique tones to each relationship, so you can kind of influence the autonomous behavior between two Sims, and give them unique buffs and interactions when interacting together. They can be gained either in cast or
I know you paused. Hold on, Nova. I know you paused earlier because you were hearing an echo. I'm not sure. We can't tell if it's going out across the stream. I hear an echo. I'm gonna blame Frost, so I'm just gonna give a moment to see if we need to like mute someone, and then we can continue. I think I see a mute icon where there wasn't one before. Okay, cool. Go for it.
Thank goodness, it's real hard to
it threw me off a little bit while I was talking, so I was like, oh my god, I'm like hearing myself speak. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so you set it between the two members of the family. It creates sort of like a unique tone to the relationship. It mainly influences how those Sims autonomously interact with each other, but they also get unique buffs and interactions when they're together.
Hopefully they show all the options.
It can be gained
obviously grayed out because it's always been set in.
Or via natural gameplay adventure moments, or via the new keepsake box objects, which we'll see later. Once it's set in cast, they're mostly permanent, as you can also see here, but the new dynamics can still be discovered via adventure moments during gameplay, so they can change over time depending on those two Sims' experience with each other. They can also be removed via a dynamic remover potion, which can be purchased from the reward store.
Distant.
But some examples of how they impact autonomous behavior is, so you'll see between Mira and Ron, they have the jokesters dynamic. They'll autonomously run funny interactions with each other or just kind of make each other laugh when they're nearby. They'll also get special playful buffs with each other too. And distant Sims, if they were to have that dynamic, would mostly autonomously avoid each other while in the same house, unless you go out of your way to make them interact. When they do, they'll get a pretty strong tense buff and feel kind of awkward being around their distant family member. One cool thing to note too is when the dynamic will also be present when a family member lives in another household. So let's say you have a mother and a daughter with a close dynamic. Once the daughter moves out, the mother might call more often, but if they had the distant dynamic, they'd really hardly ever reach out to one another.
I like that. That's a lot of storytelling in this feature.
And
you can't change it though?
Like, once that, like, naturally, right, as kind of you grow up, you might be...
The point where the cheetahs change.
Households might be kind of splitting, or you might be taking a younger Sim and moving them out, and that kind of staying meaningful as a dynamic is really cool. I just wanted to clarify, the reason we don't see in right now you being able to set these is for the sake of this stream and setting up kind of like our household. They were set up earlier in Create a Sim. If we are coming in Create a Sim fresh, you would see the drop downs for family dynamic being accessible here. So just kind of once you have growing together, the first time you go into cast, you'll actually see that you can set these, as Nova was saying.
And we can see a little bit more about these in game later, but we're still not done in cast.
No.
There's so much more in cast.
I was going to mention one other thing. I don't know if Nova mentioned it. One of the things that I like about dynamics is also if you have them set and you are playing as those Sims, you'll also see the kind of suggestions made in the social kind of options in the pie menu kind of change to reflect what the dynamic might be. And that's also, I feel like, a really in a subtle way that we're kind of tipping the scales and being like, this is the way these two Sims sort of like to interact with each other.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so we know about the preferences, the likes and dislikes category here. And music genres, one we've had before. You might have heard some soul music playing while you were waiting, and we've added soul music.
Great new tracks.
So that's awesome. But we also have two new categories here with this pack: Sims characteristics and conversation topics. Do you want to take us through these as well, Nova?
Yes, you're not so easily rid of me. I'm still here. So yeah, these are the two main pillars of social compatibility.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm good.
Which is a feature coming with Growing Together. Sim characteristics, as you can see here, each category represents a grouping of Sims based on a certain archetype. The way it works...
I just love cast so much, you know? I'm just like, cast to me, that's really my love. Right? So... Really loving this part. Actually, this part's cool. The clothing part
is when your Sim likes one of these categories, they'll gain compatibility score with other Sims that fall into that category. When they dislike it, they'll lose compatibility score. And when those two Sims meet, their compatibility will be calculated based on both Sims' preference, dislike.
There's also a 50 now, you see, on the likes and dislikes. There's 20 before, now there's 50. So that's cool.
And dislikes. Which we'll see a little bit later in game. The compatibility is platonic in nature, so it can be between family members, and it's also available for child sims and up. Those select few categories are only available for teens and olders, like related to romance, things like that. You might be asking how are sims determined to be in each of these categories, like what makes a cerebral sim or an egotistical sim. There's three main things. One is traits, including those you set in CAS, and some aspiration reward traits. Likes and dislikes from the activities category, like piano or knitting, things like that. And the third is lifestyles from Snowy Escape. And when your sim likes or dislikes that category, every sim they meet is checked for those three main elements to see if they fall into that category. And you might have been able to tell from how I was explaining it, but there's tons of cross-pack compatibility here. You'll see the tooltips for each section describes the base game traits that...
Wait. Are this like... Okay, I'm really confused. So this is like they like sims that are those traits? Is that what I was saying here? Like this is like, oh, I like sims that are pet enthusiasts versus I don't like sims that are pet enthusiasts. Is that what that is? I'm kind of confused here. Okay, so this is like based on like what their traits are, what I like. Okay, that's interesting. Dang, so you might just go to someone who just like just doesn't like you because you just happen to like pets. They're like, I don't like you fundamentally because you like pets. Come on. Or opposite. Oh, I don't like you because you're a romantic sim. Dang, drama. I guess that's true. Yeah. And I don't know if they will like retroactively like add all these into the sims that are already in there. I guess random sims will have it, right? It's like, I guess it becomes more difficult like when you're trying to like make a baby with somebody and all of a sudden like they just don't like you. It's like, why? Well, because they just don't like the traits that I have. You know?
Into them, but almost every category has traits from across a ton of different packs that tie into them. Pretty much every trait we've released so far is represented in at least one of these categories.
So some of these have multiple categories. I gotcha. Yeah, outgoing, bro, cheerful. Gotcha. Okay. So it's kind of like arranged there. I don't like you because you're you're outgoing, bro, and cheerful.
Example we can show is homebody sims, which are sims that kind of like to stay home and pursue more like calm and laid back endeavors. The base game ones that it mentions, like bookworm, clumsy, etc., are there, but it also includes socially awkward from high school years and laid back, which is an aspiration trait from Island Living. It includes some cross-pack activity preferences like baking from Get to Work or knitting from Nifty Knitting, and also includes the sedentary lifestyle from Snowy Escape. So if you're looking to add some challenge to your game when it comes to sim relationships, I'd highly recommend not just liking or disliking a few, but not being afraid to dislike a decent selection, boldly declare your sim's preferences, and ensure that your sim has varied compatibility scores with a diverse number of sims. Like Kara here will definitely find a decent number of...
DrGluon sim likes everybody, okay? I don't care if you like pets or don't like pets. I'm gonna say it right now, DrGluon, he likes you, alright? I'm cool. I'm happy that you like pets or don't like pets. Well, if you don't like pets, you're a monster, but I still like you somewhat, you know?
Sims that she does not get along with. So it'll create a little more challenge. And I will add that this is much easier to do because we've upped the like and dislike count to 50. And that's coming to base game as well. So you'll be able to choose up to 50 likes and dislikes across all categories.
Yeah, nice.
I like this too because in general before, if you ever like argued with the sim, they would be like, oh, I don't like that, but maybe they do now. Maybe
I think this is one of those things that when we were kind of looking at deepening our relationships, right, with growing together, really got to when you think about the way you interact with even your friends, and the way that you might like see somebody and be like, right, I feel like I'm gonna have a good connection with this person or a bad connection with this person.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
Taking it outside of the sort of
Basil dislikes everyone.
the romantic realm, as Nova said. These are at their base platonic. There is this this kind of nice personality that we already have for all of our Sims, and being
Will these pop up like other things? Like if they're grumpy and they meet a sim that likes, I'm just gonna use pets again because that's the one example we have. But like if they're like uncomfortable or they meet a sim that likes pets, is it gonna be like this sim hates people that like pets now? Is that gonna be a pop-up?
being able to use that as a tool to kind of
yes or no
determine these Sim characteristics and likes and dislikes. I think we did. The team did an incredible job in terms of trying to figure out what these characteristics could be, and doing that, as you heard from Nova, like deep mapping onto all of the ways that you already can set personality in your Sims.
And
yeah,
we're gonna...
and I was gonna say we'll get a chance to see how that looks in game a little later too.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So let's look really quick here at conversation topics as well.
Yeah, so this is the second big pillar of social compatibility. Conversation topics are tied to the pie menu reorganization, which we'll see later. But essentially, each of these likes and dislikes represent whether or not your sim would prefer other sims to use those types of interactions on them as the recipient. For example, Kara dislikes affection. That means that if a sim tried to go and perform an affection interaction on her, 99% of the time she's going to decline it because she doesn't like affection.
Wow.
She does like complaints, however, though. So if a sim went up to her with a friendly complaint, like complaining about the rain, if you have seasons, then she would love that because she is all about the complaining. She's all down for a good kvetching session if you're having issues in
James
your life.
Turner. How you doing, buddy? Why did they crop? Well, yeah, the whole thing, they crop me out. I was giving such great input, and like, you know what, let's just get them out of here.
And so kind of what this does is it creates a much more complex social landscape throughout the game. So if you have sims...
Are we gonna like, okay, first of all, like, so random sims that get created, are they just gonna have all these things randomly in there? And are we gonna know this? How are we gonna know? It's like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, get away from me, freak. You like pets. Like, are we gonna know this? How are we gonna find this out?
That have a really diverse set of...
It's gonna be so difficult to talk to other sims now. I mean, it was stupidly easy before, like to go meet someone and woohoo them immediately. But I also like that for my challenges that I do.
Dislikes across these
Try
categories. You really have to learn what each sim likes and dislikes
when
it comes to socializing. And because they won't accept interactions
it's becoming
that
too
are in
real.
categories they dislike, it's going to be really hard to get away with going up to Ron and presenting arguments. For example, he will especially dislike argument interactions. But if you go up to him and try to gossip, he's always wants to
I don't want to
tease,
live my
so
social...
he will
Yeah,
love
exactly.
that, and it'll be a lot easier to gain relationship with him. And similar to sim characteristics, I would definitely recommend choosing a diverse variety of these, and it'll really present a nice challenge when it comes to making new friends.
Definitely. So we'll look more at that in game as well. But wait, we're not done in Cass.
Are we not?
Oh,
My,
goody.
my. What more could we look at in here? What more could there be?
What more could we possibly look at?
The aspirations, we actually added from, like, for the first time since base game, 4 new aspirations for children.
Oh,
These
okay.
were the 4 that came with base game.
Yes.
And then
now under multi-skill, we have 4 entirely new child aspirations.
Wow.
Incredible. This is the thing that I really like here is that if you've played kids a lot in The Sims 4, you've probably played with the 4 aspirations that we've had since base game. And being able to double... Also,
the kind of throwaway, because what, they're going to be kids for like 3 days? So, who cares? For me, at least. But yeah, go on.
Number of aspirations that you can choose, I think really gives that variety for how children can feel in terms of what their goals might be for that age stage. And the other thing that I think is really cool about these is our base game aspirations were really about focusing on a particular child skill. And these new ones have a kind of mix of interactions and things to do with new features and objects in growing together, but also are trying to really, as you can see, they're named multi-skill, right? To have the child be a little bit more diverse in terms of their skill building, which I think opens up those storytelling possibilities for what kind of kid you're kind of making and what they're doing.
Definitely. Okay, well, let's hop in.
This is why they cut me out. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
glue sass.
I think it's worth it. There's just a lot to show there. And I think the other thing that we hopefully have set the stage well for is being able to then see how some of these choices that you might make in Create a Sim are going to translate in game. One of the things I'm going to go a little bit high level.
You know Sims 4 got expensive when they kind of filled all the packs. Oh, am I right, peeps? Am I right? Ouch.
Design again. One of the things that I think we really wanted to do with this pack was to empower players that really want to set up a story.
Oh, here's the world.
In Create a Sim, being able to really dig deep into those family dynamics, into those personalities,
We don't have
into
budget
those
for the
characteristics,
live
into
stream.
the kind of conversation topics, and really set up your household how you want them to behave to each other and to the world.
Wait, hang on. How many plots we got? I know it's been announced already, but I wasn't paying attention. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that right? It seems so small. Is this as big as high school or 12? Yeah. You think high school is as big or the same size, you think? Everyone says like San Francisco, but this is like, okay, we got the bridge here, but then it's not a city. This is like, I don't know, it's like maybe the city's over there. Pretty much all worlds are like 11 to 13 lots these days, yeah. 12. Looks about the same, yeah. They only ever show off the new packs in the live stream. No, I know, they just have the new stuff. Like Oakland vibes kind of thing. Okay, yeah. That's true, like other side of San Francisco. Hey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. We'll call them out, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be 12. Okay. We got like the swimming pool area here. I don't know what this one is. Jigsaw puzzle lot. Oh, frog area. These are houses. Library, no bars? No bars? It's gotta be a bar. There's no bars in this place? Or maybe apartments? Oh, maybe apartments?
But we also wanted...
I don't see a bar. What the heck? Well, my baby's gonna get drunk at
have
it.
that full story in your head. Or maybe you're just like,
What is
I don't
this
wanna
thing
spend a
here?
ton of time setting that
It's
up
not a
because, like,
lot.
I'm not sure who these Sims are yet, right? That what we'll see reflected is we have ways in game.
Like, I gotta get out. I gotta get a drink somewhere. These babies are annoying me. I gotta get out of here. Where's the one in Delhi made? I have no idea. I'm assuming that will all be announced. Is it already announced or announced soon? Oh, the movie theater.
And have your Sims evolve, and I think that's something that's also really cool about this pack. I know you've been on this. You want to show off the world. I know people are excited about this world. Let's talk about that before we dive into into live mode properly.
I like what you
Hey,
had to say,
thank you for the
Scott.
$10 super chat. Appreciate that. Give us a bridge, but no cars. Sigh. At this time, I don't think we're ever gonna get cars. I don't think so. Maybe scooters. See, I want scooters. I want to just be scooting around. They show some of Denny's on the stream. Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
So this is
Caleb
San
got some here too.
Sequoia.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's sort of loosely inspired by San Francisco, which is where
Okay,
we're
there you
at.
go.
So my bear head fell
Loosely. Maybe like
Important, and yeah, we gotta keep.
yeah, maybe like
off. We
down
have
south
three
or over the
neighborhoods here
bay.
at the Anchor Point Wharf, which we'll be visiting later, and learning more about it. Gilbert Gardens and Hopewell Hills, and yeah, we'll be looking at all three of these neighborhoods. I'd like to do a quick shout out to G-Jack, Deligracy, and little Simsy, who built lots for us here.
That's right. We built our lots that you can see some of them here. We'll be visiting a few of them as well.
Here's we're not loading them. We're loading into Lumberjackson family today. So here we go.
Yeah. And I really like one thing. I will see each of the kind of neighborhoods in a little more depth, but you can see from the kind of world map as well. I like the obviously where we have a personal attachment to kind of the inspiration of the San Francisco suburbs and neighborhoods. But one of the things that I really like about the Bay Area, about San Francisco, is that the kind of suburbs and neighborhoods of San Francisco each have their own little feel, and I think that's something that we reflected well in San Sequoia, which is that if you visit each of these kind of neighborhoods within this world, they have a slightly different feel, even though they're all part of the same area, right? I think that's clear from the wonderful work our environment team has done. But I really like that there's a slightly different vibe in each of the neighborhoods.
Definitely. I agree with that. Rach, would you like to give us some background on Hope Hill? Yeah, that's the right one.
Hopewell Hills, right? Yeah, Hopewell Hills.
This is Hopewell Hills. Yes. Hi, hello. So, yeah, as you had mentioned, when we were kind of thinking about San Sequoia, we wanted to be inspired by the Bay Area. And what I love about the Bay Area is that we've got these different types of neighborhoods. And Hopewell Hills is basically sleepy suburbs, if that's the kind of dynamic you're looking for.
Look at all those cars.
Really just lots of nicely spaced out houses here. And you're probably thinking, okay, San Sequoia, I see a lot of trees here. I'm not seeing any sequoias. What's that about? Well, there's some lore there that you can get into. I'll mention that a little bit later too, but I wanted to just call attention over here to Old Stumpy, the remnants of our sequoias. And I feel like I think maybe Simgurudoy has something he may need to account for here when we talk about the sequoias.
Okay. I knew this was coming. Let's clear the air. Let's do this. You know what? Let's do this publicly, okay? Because I've had enough of the design team. So, okay, maybe you remember. I don't know if you do. I was also lead designer on the Sims 4 Werewolves game pack. The Werewolves game pack came with a beautiful world, named Moonwood Mill. And when we decided on the name of that world, Moonwood Mill, there were members of the design team that were like, Scott, there is no mill here. Why would we name this world Moonwood Mill? And I was like, I like the alliteration. I think it's, and there could have been a mill here. Why don't we construct a world that, like, we're talking about it being like an old logging town. There probably was a mill here. Why are you so obsessed with there being a mill right now in Moonwood Mill? Wait, I even wrote a loading string that said there used to be a mill in Moonwood Mill to make sure that everyone was clear on that. And then lo and behold, with Growing Together, we were thinking of wonderful names for our wonderful world, and San Sequoia came up. And I feel like maybe some of the same designers on the design team were like, Scott, are we really going to ship another pack with you as lead designer where we have named a world?
The drama.
Where you are clearly calling out something, an object that is not going to exist in this world. And, these worlds were designed by members of the design team. I was not the only one who helped decide what was going to go in these worlds. Rach did a wonderful job helping to design this world with the environment team. But also, there used to be sequoias in San Sequoia. And why not give these worlds a sense of history instead of insisting that they always need to have literally what is in the world name right now in the world?
You can tell the design team's giving him a
It is.
Sequoia, is that a tree? Is that a type of tree? What is that? Well, is that like a sequoia tree? I don't know what that is. It is. Okay. So they're saying they cut all the trees down. Maybe the mill cut them all down. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe Moonwood Mills chopped all the sequoias down in this area. I don't know trees, Lily. Come on. I know birch. I know Minecraft trees. Is it sequoia in Minecraft now, though? Is that a Minecraft tree now? Is that one of the new ones? Big brained. I sussed it out. Yeah. I think he's like, well, okay. There was a mill in Moonlight Mill, and where did they get all the wood from? They got it from this place. Cut them down. Oh, okay. I don't know.
You know what? It is, the next pack that I'm on the lead designer
lore.
for, the world name is there's going to be a ton of whatever. We're going to name it something that's going to be like Chair Village, and we'll just have a bunch of chairs, and everyone will be happy.
Would it be Car Village?
But I love San Sequoia. I think
without.
Yeah, it's true. Like in Latin, is that right? Is like sans. Anyway.
Thank you so much.
Don't
Mr.
think about
Doy.
it too much.
We're gonna go back to Rich. We're gonna go back to Rich.
Such a spirited defense of
there's-
deforestation. I
there's
really appreciate it.
I'm half a mind to leave the stream right now.
I'm going to talk about the rest of the neighborhood, though. I promise.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, give me a moment.
See,
Give me a
there's
moment.
this lovely little pond where you can do a little bit of fishing if you like, and this is one of my favorite things about this neighborhood. That little parklet area where you can see the pirate ship built out. That's just, it's so creative. I love it so much. And you can see there's a little statue there of Bayani Robles. He is, again, a little piece of lore you're going to learn about more there, but he's one of the original founding guys of this area. If you're into frogs, there may be some frogs here. That's what that icon is all about. And then I just wanted to zoom out.
Delete
show
the stream.
Beautiful marina area, because I know there's something special
Call
for
Mr.
walking
Beast
into
Chastity.
that we should get into.
Oh, there's that
I like
thing
that they
that
made
is-
it so that you can walk out here. So you can actually walk out.
James is
onto
right.
it.
That's not a thing you can go
and
into.
like I took some family pictures out here, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
And
Get a nice view of the bridge.
Yeah.
Boats.
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Can we ride the boats?
Great.
Oh.
The last thing I wanted to call attention to in this
Oh, we
area
go
is
to?
that the Michelson family lives here, along with the Luna Sullivan family. But the Michelson family, of course, you will recognize them from our trailer.
Mm.
And I wanted to just mention, I saw a lot of players talking about names for this, and there was
Hey,
some
Bam,
definite
thank you so
thought.
much for that. Appreciate that. Becoming a member. Also, if you're liking the stream, hit that like button. It really helps out. We're at 645 likes. We can get to 1,000 likes today. Easy peasy. If you hit the like button, it really does help out. And
Going into those names, and you can learn more about it if you dig into that. But yeah, Michelsons are here, Luna Sullivan's here, and there is another little starter home that I know you're going to get into in a minute. But that is Hopewell Hills for you.
Yep. There's also this.
the
empty
lots
lot.
look really nice.
And
from what I'm seeing.
yeah, this was actually a starter home built by Lil Simsy.
Nice.
But we have upgraded it to be super
It's
fancy.
blue, so
You've improved it, Morgan.
I've improved
You've
it.
improved it.
Oh
Or
my!
How dare you improve Kayla's Lotta? How dare? How dare?
I mean, if little Simsy is here, Morgan has ruined it.
Oh!
I can't believe she would do this to your lot. To help show off some of the stuff, some of the cool stuff in growing together.
Yeah, because it looks really it's great before. So the thing I love about this starter that she built is that it has
Sick
4
bird.
bedrooms already. Starting off, you start off with all 4 bedrooms that they have here. So you need, I think, 2 or 3 Sims you can move in as a starter home, but it lets you start off with an infant and just move in. It's
Very cool, yeah. And also very impressive if you've ever tried to build a starter with the kind of limitations of budget and stuff like that. But being able to bring that family right in, a very, very welcoming home.
But we've definitely decorated it here to sort of be a little bit more lived in and show
Let
off
the baby
all
just
of
on the
our
floor over
built by
there.
assets.
There's a baby on the floor in the kitchen.
That we
Don't worry
have.
about that.
So you can check some of them out here in this house. Yeah. Before we really hop into gameplay, while it's still fresh in our minds, we'd been talking about compatibility
Yeah.
while we were in build by. So I'm thinking maybe we could show that off in game a little bit really
Yeah,
quick.
if you pop
here.
open the rel panel, I think that's the easiest way to kind of get a first look at that.
And I think you could sort by a lot of things here, including family.
Yeah.
So we can look at our family here now.
And so you can see that there's a new icon that wasn't there before. If this is, you have Ron selected, right? For Myra, Mama, and Kara. There's that little icon in the top corner that represents compatibility. Were we going to have Nova kind of walk us through
It's kind
what
of
some of
sad
this might
though.
mean, or
It's like
other
these people
places
connect,
where
and
you
his
might be able to see
daughter
it?
doesn't.
Yeah, so you can see each icon in the rel panel, or each person in the rel sim in the rel panel has an icon. In the top right, no icon indicates neutral compatibility, but puzzles fitting together mean that they either have good or amazing compatibility, whereas The puzzles floating apart and not clicking means they either have bad or awful compatibility. You can check the details by hovering or checking the sim profile. And like I mentioned before, each of these compatibilities is calculated based on the sim characteristic preferences both sims have chosen, but also checking the other sim's traits, likes and dislikes, and lifestyles.
You put a
versus those
tree. Oh,
preferences.
thank you.
And when sims have great good or amazing compatibility, they will be able to become friends much easier. They'll gain much more relationship when interacting with each other, and it'll just feel a little bit more natural for them to click. When they have bad or awful compatibility, you'll find it much more of a challenge to have them become friends. They'll gain relationship a lot slower. Maybe they'll be less willing to accept kind of the friendly sort of interactions that the other sim presents to them. It'll just be all around a little bit more of a challenge. And also the if you wanted to show the pie menu really quick, Morgan, too. We can see the new pie menu reorganization that was part of the other aspect of compatibility for conversation topic preferences. You can see here each of the new categories maps to one of the likes and dislikes for conversation topics that we had for each sim.
Wow.
And the important interactions like divorce or breakup or things like
that
that
makes it a lot easier.
left uncategorized, so it's a little easier for you to find. Like you can see become best friends is left uncategorized. We don't want a sim to like decline that because it's in a category they dislike, and we also want to make sure it's easy for you guys to find. Nearly all past interactions added have been subcategorized, so you should find it a little bit easier now to navigate, especially the friendly menu, which I know could get a little cluttered before with all the new interactions we got.
It's actually good because for my daughter who has like dyslexia, she doesn't know what she's clicking on when she does this stuff. So at least with the icons, you can kind of tell like, okay, this is clearly different than this one. Do you know what I mean? Like you can tell that, okay, this is obviously more gonna be loving, well, this is gonna be more like just looking at the picture, you can understand what this is versus like this. You know what I mean? So that actually is really cool. Because like I said, she doesn't know what she clicks on. Just click on stuff.
Added, so
yeah. I love this. Now that it's been in game, it's really, really nice to have.
We had a lot of social interactions, didn't we, Morgan? And so I think there's a little bit of a learning curve because previously you would just kind of like maybe memorize where it was alphabetically and then be like, next, it's this one. But being able to find them under these subcategories, I think once you get past that learning curve is so helpful. And I really love how they match up with the conversation topic preferences. So you get a hint also of if they like or dislike a conversation topic, the social options underneath that might be easier or harder for you to do with that sim.
I'm showing off some of our new interactions that we have across different ages. And also I think we updated how ages work. Do you want to talk a little bit about that as well, Nova?
Sure. As part of this pack, we've tried to kind of change the experience of having sims of different age groups interacting with each other. We've tackled this in a couple different ways. One of the main ways is through new cross-age interactions. So we've added a host of new interactions available for sims of one age to interact with sims of another age.
Just cheat a little
You
bit
can
here.
see Mama Lumberjackson is there. A ton of them are new elder interactions. They can reminisce on the old days. We also have Aren't You the Sweetest Little Thing, and they can also, a fun cross-pack bit here, give life lessons under Deep Thoughts. If you have Parenthood installed, performing this interaction will raise corresponding...
Okay, but is there interaction where you can go up to somebody who works at a shop and say, let me see your manager? That's what I want. That's what I want.
Character values based on the
I want people to be coming while Burger Boys be. Can I see a manager?
A little bit of Parenthood tie-in there. We have quite a few new child interactions to perform on toddlers. So they can claim the other sim, or on toddlers, children, or teens, actually. So they can claim the other sim as an alien. Oh, and we see a pop-up, too, for Family Dynamics.
Oh.
This is how it looks when your sims have been interacting in a certain way. And the family dynamic could potentially change. So it's funny that popped up.
Yeah, we'll see if we see more of these pop-ups. One of the things that
when it comes to Mama and Kara, a sense of order seems abound, as the younger sim has deep respect for their elder family member, often meaning the older sim's high expectations. For family members with a strict family dynamic, the older sim will ask the younger sim to do things like cleaning more, and the younger sim will generally avoid rebelling, though both might get more stressed overall. Would you say that Mama and Kara have a strict family dynamic? Yes, no.
that, like, again, this is really cool. What we wanted to do was we wanted to, as I talked about in CreateASim, make it so that you could set up everything you wanted to, right, in CreateASim, but also at the same time that the game would respond to how you're playing.
Yes to everything.
That if you don't have dynamic set, or even if you do, that they could, there's a chance of them changing depending on how you are playing with these sims to kind of evolve your sims into the relationship that the game kind of sees in terms of your playstyle.
I'm just so happy we got more pop-ups. Like, really, I feel like the game just needs more pop-ups. I just want to play the game and be constantly popped up, you know, just like blang, 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 blang. I love that. That's like my favorite part of the game. It's constantly popping up.
And your play patterns.
Yeah, and it feels really natural too as you have those sims interact with each other. But yeah, and toddlers have a bunch of new interactions.
Pop-up
like
stuff
we saw in the trailer. And for most ages, we've added a new family kiss, which you also saw in the trailer too. It's a new super sweet way to show affection with your family.
There's a baby on the floor.
The second part,
There's a baby on the floor.
The second part, sort of beneath the surface of everything, we've brought a big change to the base game that will essentially make the interactions of the experience of interacting with two sims of different ages completely different based on the age combos. We've changed the relationship.
Oh, chat, you're never gonna leave me alone. I'm gonna have a baby on the floor for 5 seconds, and you're all gonna be like, "GluOn, there's a baby on the floor! GluOn, pick up the baby! The baby!"
Gain and loss multipliers for every combination of sims interacting. So some sims will find it harder to gain in a relationship when interacting with other sims of other ages due to differences, and some ages will find it easier to gain relationship with other ages. So, and this also goes for losing relationship too. So one example of this for children, they gain relationships with, and we'll have a Kyle pop up. We'll talk about that in a second, but children will gain relationships much faster with other children because they just get each other, but they'll struggle to gain relationship quite as fast when interacting with a teen.
Wait, what the heck is this?
Because the teen will take them a little less seriously. So none of those changes are super drastic, but they're definitely noticeable enough to add additional challenge when building cross-age relationships in your game.
It's Kyle. Are they gonna read this, or should I read it?
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, one of the things that I always like when I think about real life.
Hey, bro, it's me, your boy Kyle. Listen, I'm coming over to your place to chill for a few days, just like old times. Doesn't that sound sick? Wait, what? You don't remember me? Dude, you're so funny. Seriously, never change. I hope you have some juice ready. It's gonna be lit. Wait, is Kyle just Nate Welcome? Did they just like create Nate Welcome? Is that who this is? Kyle is related to Nate Welcome? Just a guy who just shows up and lives in your house for a few days? Carl is Nate. What? Amazing. The Sid is stealing my ideas. Doctor stole my idea again. The heck? What the heck, Ninja?
Right, is like kids become friends so quickly. I'm kind of jealous of them because as an adult, I think it actually is harder to build that friendship. But like that combined with the fact that you can have these cross-age differences of like, kids being able to build up that friendship quickly, but with other ages maybe being less so.
Is it a
that
meme?
Being something that kind of underlies all of our more complex social changes with growing together. That was in base game, right? Like that age, kind of those age multipliers are going out to everyone. And laying on top of all the cool stuff we've done with growing together, like I think really makes me excited about the fact that the social landscape is so much deeper with growing together, and it's really, really cool to be able to really add that to the game. So what's this? There's so much going on in this pack, right? That we have to like we have to wait to catch up. We have to like finish explaining the thing we were talking about. What's going on here, Morgan?
So we got a phone call from our boy Kyle.
Do we know Kyle?
I don't think we know Kyle.
Okay.
So Kyle is like, wait, you don't remember me? Dude, you're so funny. Seriously, never change. Maybe you should read it. You always read these really good.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't quite know who Kyle is, but it sounds like he might be the kind of person who's like, hey bro, it's me, your boy Kyle. Listen, I'm coming over to your place to chill for a few days, just like old times. Doesn't that sound sick? He's like, wait, what? You don't remember me? Dude, you're so funny. Seriously, never change. Hope you have some juice ready. It's gonna be lit. I think we should have Kyle over.
Sure, why
get
not?
Kyle
Sounds
over.
like a fun time.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Oh,
we got a milestone too?
we got a milestone. What do we do?
Let's talk about Kyle first. No, you want to talk about milestones? All right.
We talk about those later.
Okay, no. I'm saving milestones. Okay. Okay.
This is Kyle.
This is Kyle. What?
Dang, hang on. What do you think? Smash or pass, Kyle? What do you think, Chad? Smash or pass? He comes with a suitcase. See, this is kind of cool. They presented it like, oh, Grandpa's coming over. But if they got like random dude comes over, that's kind of funny, actually. See, I find that funny. I see a lot of smashes on Kyle. I also see some passes. 100% smash. Let's go.
Look at that. Look at his suitcase. That's the real dreamboat.
That's
here.
yes. Okay, sorry. I was looking at Kyle. You were looking at the suitcase. He's bringing a really cool suitcase in here.
Yeah, into our house, into our home.
He's putting it there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna rummage through it.
I don't know. I feel like Carl is more of a guy who comes in with a trash bag full of clothes. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I don't think he has a suitcase. I think he's got a trash bag or a Walmart bag full of clothes. It's like, all right, I'm here to stay.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know about that.
So
I actually know what Kyle's doing here. Kyle is part of our new temporary stays system that we are. You're just gonna open it.
Wait,
like,
what are we doing?
These suitcases are really cool. Sorry, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the suitcases? The suitcases are really cool. Our temporary stays will bring them over. They're also available in the catalog as well. You can just kind of put them down, and they work kind of like a dresser, right? So you can do anything you want to that you could do from a dresser.
Yeah, the suitcase is cool.
They're a little more mobile.
Drug check.
Places. And Kyle brought his because he's staying for a bit. He is actually not just for a few hours, not just for a night. He's going to be here for a while. And that's something that our new temporary stay system allows.
Cool, but like, maybe they're going to announce this later. I don't know. But like, can then a couch be used as a bed? You know? Because that's something where it's like, okay, well, you guess you can sleep on the couch. And then the couch, because obviously you can nap on a couch, but like, if you can convert it to a bed or it just is also a bed, like sleep on.
And one of the cool things I think about our temporary stay system is that we have Kyle coming over as a temporary stay that was sort of an opportunity from the game that presented itself, right? Kyle was like, hey, I'm your boy. I'm coming over. And you can be like, yeah, sure. Or I think the other option was like, I don't know you, man. I don't know who you are. But there are a variety of different kind of different. This is what I was talking about when I was. Oh, he's spilling some secrets. Do you want to read this? I don't know what you want to talk about. No, it's okay.
I just want to pause.
Yeah, no, you just want to spend time with Kyle. Is that they're gonna? This is what I was talking about when I was talking about kind of like these story opportunities, right? These little kind of like the story prompts. Is that we have temporary stays that will show up and be like, hey, is this something that
That baby's still on the floor? Does anyone see the baby on the floor? That baby's been on the floor for a long time.
you want to add to your sim story, whether it's Kyle visiting, whether it's kind of extended family coming to stay over. I think family friends, there's one where they suggest that they come over because they're maybe going through a tough time and they need some place to stay. An old friend that's crashing. I think there's like another one that's like a long lost family member that is trying to reconnect.
That's cool.
But all of these have chances of kind of popping up and saying, hey, do you want to invite this temporary stay over to your home? You can see from the calendar that Kyle's going to be here for, 6 days? And he's going to hang out, and he's going to, be a kind of a true member of your household during that time. He's going to, I think each of the different temporary stays maybe has a little bit of special behavior.
Kind of like a roommate.
You can actually ask him to help out, or you can ask him to relax. I asked him to help out because I want him to help out.
So he's going to maybe help with the kids, clean up, stuff like that.
If you're going to stay here, we got a lot of kids.
Yeah, you got to help out.
We have a lot of kids here.
We have a big family. Thanks for coming over. Really kind of contribute, please, Kyle. But the other thing, you had the calendar open. If you pop that back open, and you can't do it now because I think Kyle is here. But you can, and I don't want you to make him leave. I want him to stay. But you can also, through the calendar, initiate a temporary stay yourself. So if you're like, hey, we just had another baby. I'm doing a challenge. I'm having a lot of babies.
Her dad actually lives in another lot.
Okay.
And if Kyle hadn't shown up, I was going to have later on her call her dad and ask her dad to come stay and help out with the kids.
Yeah. And so that's something where you can initiate that as well. You can select a kind of length of stay. I think it's something from 1 to 6 days. And kind of start off that story yourself. So again, sort of like another kind of reflection of the goal in this pack, which was to give players the agency to kind of start these moments of drama themselves, or have them invited into moments of drama through Kyle showing up and being like, you know what if I just crash for a little bit?
And we've had this in a few packs where there's a special gossip interaction on the townies that live there, and Kyle's got some delightful ones. So I'm gonna have you read these again in your surfer voice here.
So you were asking Kyle.
I asked him about what's going on in San Sequoia, man.
I don't know, man. It's just been a week, Just you ever see something you just can't unsee or get out of your head? Last week, I set my llama berry power sip on a bench while I was doing push-ups at the park, and a squirrel came by and knocked it over. Full can. Total waste. I'm clawing my way back to normalcy, man, but it's a long road. He loves his power sip. I think I was saying, some of them have some special things they might do while they're there. And I think you might see Kyle drinking some power sip or leaving some cans around if you have him over.
Yeah.
As it is, man.
So we'll see how Kyle does. He's already taking care of our baby here, helping out. Let's see, something I was going to show off before Kyle showed up was, by the way, I would like to point out our toddler has been sitting here this whole time.
Oh, in the high chair.
In the high chair.
Just chilling. Not needing to be taken.
Dang, they got a newborn and an infant.
I'm really happy that we are able
This family has gotten busy. You know what I mean?
Kind of get that quality of life improvement in the high chair and get some of those annoyances that might be happening right now to
I'm thinking
add a toddler, that's true. That's true. It's just bam, bam, bam.
Let's look at the newborn stuff first.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, because we do have a newborn in this household as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we showed off some of the newborn stuff that is coming to base game. One of the cool things you might notice looking at our newborn and what they're wearing right now is that you also have the ability to change their outfit. We have a bunch of new outfits for our newborns, which are really, really cool.
My favorite is sophisticated.
Sophisticated. Is that because of the name? So
actually, it looks like a crab outfit to me. I don't see the fish,
Mhm.
but I like the name. Yes.
yeah, sophisticated. It does sound better than so crabticated.
Crab-ticated. Yeah, that doesn't make.
But that's
much
really
sense.
cute. You have a bunch of new outfits that you can put on your newborns.
Yes. And you saw there is the kiss interaction. So
Yeah, and I think that's available from a variety of ages. As kind of Nova talked about, we wanted to, when we're looking at family interactions, one of the things we really wanted to do is make it so that a bunch of our ages, especially our younger ages, could interact where they could, right? Sometimes they're physically just like too small to do something, but where we could, we wanted to add the ability to kind of like show affection to your family members.
Yeah. So
and then one of the things, this will be a pattern that you'll see as we go up the ages as well, but we added a few different...
I think I accidentally had this off on accident, but I'd love to see some autonomy here,
Okay.
so I'm going to turn it
Sure.
on.
Some of the some temperaments to our newborns, so that every newborn will not be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Some will be a little bit maybe needier, some will be a little bit easier to care for, and that's something that, again, you'll see a pattern. That was a goal, right? To really inject some of those younger Sims.
Do you have on the floor?
Of personality and an additional sort of individuality as you have different kids.
Baby
to
escaping.
Really see them,
Baby left.
shine as their own kind of being.
Speaking of personality and individuality, we just discovered something on our infant, and I think we're about ready to discover something also on our toddler here at the same time.
Yes.
So let's talk about
you want to talk about quirks?
toddler and infant quirks.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk about quirks. So quirks are a new kind of like, as the name might suggest, little quirks of personality that you might discover on our...
What do they call it? What are the celebrities ones called? What are they called on celebrities? Do they have quirks? Quirks? I thought they had quirks. It's just, they also have quirks? Are they saying that celebrities are just like toddlers? That's true. That's true. That's quirks. These are quirks. Oh my gosh. Oh, those are quirks, not quirks. Oh, jeez. Oh gosh.
Our younger Sims. You
Sure.
can see that. So
Sure.
right now, this is Delaney, right?
Mhm.
Delaney has the personality trait Charmer. That was set in Create a Sim. You also see this aggressive trait under the trait manual, which is a toddler quirk that we discovered.
Quirk.
Every toddler
Not quirk.
and every infant will have
That's a diaper right there.
different quirks that you can discover. And from each of the age stages, those 3 quirks come from a set of 18, I believe. So 18 for toddlers and 18 for infants as well. And you can kind of tell from those numbers, there's a wide variety of possible. That's a lot of. I guess she's an astronaut. I was like, that's a lot of money. To a bunch of different kind of combinations and permutations of the possible quirks that they could have, right? Taking 3 from that 18. And what I really love about it is it gives them. So you can see Leo here. We've discovered 2 of the 3 now. Sunny was the trait that we picked. But we also discovered that Leo frequently sneezes, super cute, and loves being held.
So right now he's really happy because
that's
he's
kinda
being
cool.
held.
Yeah, but it also might mean that if you put him down, he might get a little more upset.
Well, let's
because,
put him down. Let's see what happens.
But
He doesn't always.
Let's
go,
test
yeah,
that.
But the thing that I really love about it is that you can have.
Nope, he did.
How dare you put me down? That you can have infants and toddlers that you have given the same personality trait to in CAS or an age up. But you'll discover that they have these little quirks that really make them feel unique. And like I said, some of them are kind of little cute quirks, right? Like frequently sneezes. It means you're just going to notice that they sneeze a little bit more. But some of them, like aggressive or
What's your name? You
like
sneezy.
being held. I think there's one where they really enjoy sleeping in a Sim's arms as opposed to in a crib. They're going to change the way that you think about that Sim. They're going to change the way that you play with that Sim. And I really love that, like, these little things that you can discover about these Sims kind of affect the way that you raise them in a real kind of gameplay. What, Morgan, what did you do?
Kyle did it. I didn't do it. Kyle did it.
Classic Kyle.
Do I have I do have an alarm. The firemen
It'll be
come.
it'll be fine.
Okay.
But that's something that I really enjoy about quirks. Quirks on our infants and our toddlers.
We found out that our baby
that you wanted
likes fire. To
talk about.
Yeah.
Works.
We added.
Now we're looking like a DrGluon let's play. See, people, it's not just me. It's not. It happens in official streams.
The cheat so you can
Maybe we should wait. Hold on. Let's wait for the alarm.
Maybe I don't know.
Sorry.
Take the babies outside. Grandma's taking the baby. Dad just stands there.
Oh, Kyle. They broke our brand new oven that you can see comes with this expansion pack.
Doesn't look so good now.
No. So there's a new pack cheat for this for growing together where you can oops, I think I have the wrong person selected here.
Right, yeah.
And you can see they also saved the infant. Isn't that nice of them?
Oh, wait. Did that just say kill? Was that one of the options? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Doesn't look so good now.
No. So there's a new pack cheat
How
for
is
this for growing
that an
together
option?
where you can
Did you
oops, I
see
think I have
it?
the wrong person selected here.
Right, yeah.
And you can see they also saved the infant.
Oh no! Oh no! Why is that an option? Why is it right there too? Why is it right there? Kill ... So you know there's multiple options. Huh? Huh? Why is there multiple options? Why would there be multiple options? It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Isn't that nice of them? But you can see there's infant quirks. You can remove quirks if you were like, well, I want to make my
if
kid
you're like making your infant and you're
I'm
like, they don't sneeze that much.
Yeah, so you're like, I want them to instead be gassy, or I want them to be
gassy.
a feeding tinkler.
Right.
You can go ahead and add your own or remove ones you don't want.
Yeah.
So-
Really nice. So like, another way of kind of keeping the control in the player's hands if they want to. I would encourage that you let them be who they are. You discover them. I think that's really
I
fun.
think it's fun.
But I understand that sometimes you want more fine control.
It's like my new favorite thing whenever I get a toddler or an infant. I'm like, who are they going to be?
Who are they going to be?
Yeah. So,
But
yes.
yeah, as you saw, kind of, we were discovering them. The other thing that's really cool is you discover them as they do things related to that, right?
Mhm.
Like I think you discovered that maybe Delaney was aggressive because she was like punching the bear or something, right? So
Yeah.
when they do things that kind of exhibit that behavior, that's when you see it come out. I
And
think
you
that's
can
another-
see too, there's you can see the icons now on the interactions.
right, which is like that.
Yeah.
It's related to that
Yeah.
quirk.
Like I think probably play in water. She
Right,
loves
she loves
water.
water. There you go.
And you're gonna see them do that behavior more often. So yeah. Another thing, we just had a fire, right?
We did.
And before we also had a milestone pop up.
I think when Kyle came over, there was like first visitors or something like
Yeah,
that.
let's wake up Leo, and because I think we're gonna get another one. So while we talk about these,
wake up
he
time.
doesn't like wake
Leo.
up time.
Hey, film.
It's gonna be a handful.
Let's see. I'm gonna start having us. Oops, I went to the wrong place. Friendly activities, tummy time together.
Okay, you're gonna spend some time together.
Yeah, she's gonna do some tummy
Yeah.
time with Leo,
Okay.
and let's talk about what we saw earlier, which was it was down here. We had first visitor milestone unlocked.
Yes.
For Leo. And
You wanna
then
talk about what milestones might be.
we also just had a fire, so that's going to be interesting because I think that is also
Right.
one. So let's
yes, for an
speak about
older
these.
son. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Milestones. So you can see we're back in the Simology panel. We were just looking at our traits here before, but now we're looking. If you scroll down, this milestones panel.
Film. Thank you so much for that. Holy moly. Appreciate that, buddy. Just got membered. Congratulations. Good to have you under the membership. You get to use those emotes. Appreciate that, film. Thank you so much for that.
Entirely new. Love Milestones. This is a huge
Milestones
thing that we
new.
added in Growing Together. Milestones are really a way that we wanted to be able to kind of show off the big events that happened in a Sim's life.
Mine is going to be fire, 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 fire.
You just got a new milestone.
All the
Roll
way
over to
through.
back on Leo.
That's because I was doing tummy time.
You were doing tummy time together.
And I
You were
set it
kinda-
up so that I knew that they would be getting that milestone
It's
soon.
almost like we had a plan for the stream before we had a fire and everything went off the rails.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just do this out inside the house. Tummy time on the street. A little weird. Did they move that mat or did it move with the baby? Actually, yeah. Did that mat move? Hang on, let's see.
Really a way that we wanted to be
Sweatpants,
to kind of show off the big events that happened in a Sim's life. You just got a new milestone. Roll over to back on Leo.
That's because I was doing tummy time.
You were doing tummy time together.
And I
You were
set it
kinda-
up so that I knew
Oh, the
that
mat
they would be getting that
moves.
milestone
It's
soon.
almost like we had a plan for the stream before we
Oh,
had
right, it does.
a fire and
Magic,
everything went off the
magic
rails.
mat, yeah.
I wasn't planned.
No, that wasn't. So I think what's really cool about this is sort of he's drinking his power sip. Is that milestones are really important for our infants. I think they're doing something really cool for our infants. And then I'm going to reserve talking about them for our older Sims in a little bit. But you can see that with our infants, they have their milestones sort of divided into fine motor, gross motor, I think social. There's some other milestones like firsts that are going to be things that, or life milestones that are going to be more broad. But the thing that is really cool about milestones for infants is it's this kind of brand new way of allowing your Sims when they're parenting an infant, your infants when they're growing up, and you as a player to sort of track the progression of your infants in a sort of more specific way than just a skill bar, right? Like in ways that we've done before where you've been gaining skills and your skill bar goes up and you go a different level. The milestones are sort of tracking, and if you've ever been a parent or been around a parent and talking with a parent of an infant, you'll know that milestones are really important in real life as well in terms of like, what did my infant just do, right? What is the next thing that's up for them? That is sort of tracking the way that they are growing up, that they are getting toward the skills and kind of like physical abilities that they need to build as an infant. If you select one of our infants, you'll also see that we have these kind of like these milestones in here that are not fully colored in, that have the like dotted outline to sort of indicate what might be next for that infant.
So the Hard Baby challenge is ruined from here on out. It's just ruined. It's gonna be a failure. It's gonna be the end.
Milestones for our infants are really about being able to see how far.
So they don't have skills anymore. It's like this is the skills thing. Okay.
Infant has come, and the really cool thing is that some of these milestones really open up what interactions and ways to explore the world that the infant can now do. You're just going to cheat. You're going to unlock all of our milestones for our infant here. That's a lot. But like when we start off our infants in Growing Together, you'll see that they are starting off fairly young, right? Like right after being a newborn, they aren't able to move on their own. They don't have milestones like being able to roll over or sit up or anything
they got skills
like that.
too.
And so you need to take a lot of care of them. And then what you'll see is that as you gain milestones, you gain the ability to do some really cool stuff. So like we were talking about the high chair earlier, a brand new infant that doesn't have the sit-up milestone won't actually be able to explore food on the high chair. You can do it with Leo because he's able to sit up. But another infant that isn't able to, you're not able to yet.
Makes sense.
Finger foods, you can't do it
Oh,
until you
that's
have
right.
the grab
Finger foods is,
milestone.
based
so
on
you have
another
to have
milestone.
that milestone.
And so like with our infants, what I think is really cool is you get to explore these milestones with the infant, and kind of as they unlock new milestones, really the world opens up for them in terms of being able to do things with
That
more
makes
objects.
sense.
See here, Leo can play with toys. But like, let's say we take Leo off of this playmat
Okay,
and
and
we
then we
go put down Jenna here on the
And
playmat.
Jenna just aged up, right? from the
Jenna
new
just aged up, and I haven't cheated Jenna. I did
Right.
cheat Leo.
Okay.
So let's put Jenna there. So he can play with it, but Jenna can't do any of these
Right.
things
And
that
you'll see
Leo
Jenna
can
when
do.
we
They
put her down,
needed
she's lying
milestones.
down,
Maybe,
but she
yeah.
can look at the
Let's
toys,
look at that.
but she doesn't have all the interactions because she doesn't have those milestones. And so I think for our infants, the milestones not only serve as a way of kind of like tracking what progress they've made through their infancy, but really being able to...
That's actually really cute. That's first smile. Babies. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, obviously, like, you're not going to stick a baby immediately in the high chair. They're going to flump over. They're not stood up yet. So you gotta build those skills. This is what you do in real life. Like, you gotta build the skills up. Like, tummy time is important. Tummy time, and then they can start crawling, right? It's like a whole thing. It's not just like, boom, they can do this stuff. So, that's cool. Yeah, there'll be a lot to do in the stage.
Give
We ain't gonna do any of
individual
it,
sort
but I mean...
events and skills that they're building that open up a lot of the ability to really interact with the world in new ways. And I think that's really cool. It makes our infants for growing together feel...
I've had 4
feel
babies.
Like they're growing up through their infancy.
I've had 4 of them,
allowing you to see
so...
that through the milestones.
I've had a bit of experience.
But that's not... Like, if we had just made milestones for infants, I would already be like, whew, job well done, team. That was not enough, of course. We have milestones across all of our ages, so that if you, as you...
I'm still learning how to set up, so I'm glad they added milestones for adults as well. Like, I haven't actually... I go, oh! I go, I'm good. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Hey, Capaldi.
You grow up, you continue to gain new milestones that are meaningful for that age. And I think it changes a little bit because after infancy, those milestones are not really about gaining the kind of like core abilities you need to really interact and explore with the world.
Gloomy
They're
Plush
more
can
about
sit up.
tracking important events in your life, right? And I think when you
We've
look
witnessed
at
that
milestones
dog.
across all the ages, the 2 things that I think are really important to take away are, one, as a player, I think they're a really cool kind of almost timeline of your sim, right? At the end of your sim's life, or like near kind of when they're an elder, you can look back on it and be like, what are all the things that my sim has done? And being able to see their milestones is just a really cool way of being able to track that over time.
These were all made at their...
What if we never learned to set up? Like, can we not? What if we never learned that skill? We never had the milestone, never learned to sit up. From Huggies yet.
current ages, but if they wouldn't have been and I would have like aged them up over the years, you could actually like click on this and see and go back and
during
like,
that age,
reminisce.
what happened to them? What did I do with them? Right? There are
First Fire's
the other
Witness.
thing that
That's
I
the
think is
be
really cool is that each of these milestones has
first
for some of our bigger
woohoo.
milestones. We have little bits of kind of ways to make sure that it feels like a bit of that Sims history. It isn't just an icon for you as a player to look at later and be like, oh yeah, this happened to them. So I'm going to talk about some of the good ones first as you make a bad one happen to Ron. But we have things like Ron has a milestone for getting married because they got married at some point in the past. And getting married or like having a new child, going to
Don't we on the baby one?
Will give you some decorative items that you can put around
She's
your
like,
house.
We actually have them here,
this.
so we can see like this is their marriage certificate.
There you go, between Ron and Myra, right? Like, and so
Cool.
you have these
Baby
decorations
prints.
that remember who kind of instigated that milestone, and then they give you a way to decorate the house not only with these cool decoratives, but really give this lot a sense of history, right? A sense of the family that lives here, and I think that's really awesome. I think some of our Sims that with those kind of decoratives can have interactions to reminisce on them, depending on how they felt about that event or what age they are
Hey,
now.
Plum Bob, thank
we
you
have
so much for
other,
that. Becoming a member, appreciate that. Also, we are at 823 likes. If you're enjoying watching the stream with me today, hit that like button. It really does help out. Thank you so much. Oh, no, it was a gift. Plum Bob, thank you so much for the gift. of membership. Appreciate that. When you are a member, you get to use the emotes in the chat here, and you can also use emotes while watching the videos. You can leave emotes in the comment section as well. Did they ever fix weddings? As far as I know, they have not. But this milestone thing is actually pretty cool. I'm kind of digging it. You know? I don't know how many there are. I'm sure that when the game comes out, they will be cataloged. This is a... Milestone is a pack thing, though, right? It's not a base game thing. So you have to have growing together to get these. I'm assuming where they're talking about it right now. But it's kind of cool, like, having to, like, try to get these, almost like achievements. Like, okay, if I want to have all of them, we have to go, we got to wet our pants, we got to start a fire, we have to get a new job, we have to quit a job maybe, get married, get divorced, or put a milestone too, right? Like, there'll probably be all these things. So that could be in itself a challenge right there, which kind of like a super sim kind of thing, trying to go through and hit up all the milestones. And I'd be very interested in doing that. What do you think? We start as a baby, and we have to get all the baby milestones. Then we have to get all the, you know, toddler, kid. Just trying to get all the milestones. I don't know how many there are, but I think that'd be a fun challenge. A milestone hunter or something like that. Infant milestone challenge. Yeah, just all of them though. Like the whole thing. Like you gotta like start with an infant. You have to start with a family because you know. But like the infant, you gotta age them all the way through life and have to make sure you have unlocked all the milestone for that one sim. Right? I think that sounds really cool. I think that could be really fun, especially if it's like get married isn't a milestone, get divorced is a milestone, right? Like you're gonna have to go through all those steps in whatever order you gotta go through to do that. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be, like I said, I'm sure there'll be a list of milestones when the game is out somewhere, so we can like reference it, you know. Miley milestone, I like that. I like that idea. Kind of thinking of like Truman Show kind of thing, like it all revolves around that one sim. Everyone else is just around you, but that one sim has to hit all the things. I think we should do that. I think that'd be a fun challenge. Why does a sim have to get married to have the divorce milestone? I mean, if it's part of the thing, I don't know. I'm just making that up. The 100 milestone challenge. If is there 100 of them? I don't know. Between all the ages, we'll have to check. I have no idea.
Milestones that can trigger sort of like future regret. I would say.
Wait, midlife crisis?
You made Ron have a bladder failure. Mm-hmm. And his first bladder failure, you can see that the milestone remembers that it was here at Sequoia Cottage.
Which is their home.
Unfortunate that was at their home. But what that might mean is in the future, if he is on this lot, which happens to be his home, which he will be, and he, is kind of like waking up from sleep, or there's some other moments where he can like be potentially autonomously thinking back on his milestones. He might remember that his first bladder failure was here, and he might get a debuff that's like, that was embarrassing, and I'm still here, and that's not great. Unfortunately, because it's not like on a venue or something where he can avoid it, he sort of has to live with it.
Or they can move.
Or he has to move. He has to uproot his family and be like, you know what? We're moving.
The GluonMan show.
On the floor
Let's
here.
Go.
And just, I can't take it.
I love that.
But those are some really cool things. Like the first fire does that. I think if you, depending on where your first fire is, if you are cooking in that location for some time after.
Did they just add triggers into The Sims? Oh my gosh.
You might get a little extra stressed, right? And so like some of these milestones that some of the more negative ones, I think especially, like have these sort of these lingering effects that can carry on through your Sims lifetime.
Some other things we could maybe talk about while we're talking about Ron's life.
Yeah,
here.
Ron's kind of unfortunate life. He's also going through a midlife crisis. You really set up Ron to succeed here, Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, he's just pushing it down.
Yeah, he's just
down the crisis. He loves his family.
But midlife crisis is a new thing that can happen to our adult Sims. There are 4 different midlife crises. I was going to say 4, but I have 3 sloth fingers, so it looks like I'm saying 3. 4 4 different types of midlife crisis that can happen for your sim. These are
This is a
things that,
turn.
as your sim ages, like and is growing up through being an adult, they can suddenly kind of feel like they're missing out on life. And you can see that Ron's is the desire for adventure. And what this does is it has him kind of come up with a bunch of goals that he set for himself to be like, you know what, to kind of like satisfy my desire for adventure, I really want to do these things.
Oh,
right
this
now.
random?
That would break me out of my midlife crisis. It would make me think I'm actually being able to get some adventure in my life that has been kind of a little bit boring so far. And these are optional. As a player, you can just be like, you know what? No, suffer through your midlife crisis. I don't care. But if you do fulfill some of these for Ron, what you'll see is that the midlife crisis lasts a little bit shorter. You'll get potentially a beneficial kind of moodlet after the midlife crisis is over.
Happier sim.
It says desire for adventure, so this is probably the adventure one. I wonder if that's random or based on something. Like the desire for, you know? Well, clearly this is the adventure one. Yeah, what is a steampunk thing? What is that? It's a hidden aspiration. Where's the cheat on your wife one? Whoa! Oh, that's a rocket ship? Oh, really? That's cool. I don't know what was named that. Just buy a rocket ship. I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm gonna buy a rocket ship and go to 6M.
Yeah, it depends on how happy you want to make your sim. He also has a workplace rival right now.
Bella
It's
Goth.
another thing.
Not to be a rival.
Yeah, I mean, that's harsh. You know, I know Bella is well liked among everyone, and so having to go up against her. This is something else that can happen if you are in a career. So Ron right now, with Bella Goth as his workplace rival, won't be able to get a promotion, right? There's some drama going on at work. This is another thing that can come up, and you can, when you are at work, you will have a couple of new options on your sim skewer to be able to potentially do some positive or negative interactions with Bella to try and resolve it, and you'll get some, I think, fun kind of fiction out of that. You can invite Bella over and just like interact with her outside of work to try and resolve it. You can potentially, not that I would ever do any of this with any of my real life work rivals. You can take care of Bella however you want to. And if Bella somehow just isn't on this plane of existence anymore,
so watch out all you
Dang, Dave, watch your back, dude. Watch your back. Scott's got some ideas.
Making fun of the named worlds that Scott.
I'm just saying. There used to be sequoias in San Sequoia. But that's a fun kind of, again, a little bit of drama that we are adding into your adult sims, right? Like one of the things that when we were looking at growing up and really wanting to cover the gamut of all of their age stages is...
I think they should create some more scenarios that kind of like evolve around or use these new systems. I know all the scenarios have been very base game, or they've just been base game, but I think they should create some more scenarios that kind of like tie into this stuff, you know? We push you into doing this stuff that maybe you wouldn't want to do, you know? Like knock off your workplace rival. There is that one about like rival workplaces, what I'm thinking of. And we were talking about murdering them. So it seems like they have a whole system for that now. And if there was like a scenario that kind of like tapped into that, I think that'd be really funny.
That we have that growing up for infants and for toddlers, that personality that we're adding. When we were looking at adults, a lot of it was like, is there more interesting adult drama that we can add? And so, right, the midlife crisis does that. The workplace rival does that. We've added a burnout system so that if you're going too hard on a particular like skill building or working too hard, your sim may kind of indicate to you that they need a break. They need to do something that's different. If they're kind of like too mentally taxed, they may need to do something creative. If they've been just doing creative things, they may need to do something that's like a mental break from that. We added, there was another
getting tired.
Yeah. That's like Again, like I think I was like, we added the opportunity to be laid off, which is a weird way of putting it.
The age
It's
groups,
not
we added a lot of fun stuff. For adults,
for
we
adults,
just made
it's
their
like,
lives dramatic.
man, there's stuff that can happen to you that you need to deal with, but there are like positives that can come out of that, right? You can get laid off, and after there's actually what happens is that when you go to work, there's a chance the company is like going through restructuring or something that that means there are going to be layoffs. You might be able to make it just through just fine. Maybe working a little extra hard during that period, right? Like you can survive that. If you do get laid off, we added some interesting kind of options afterwards, where some maybe if you have friends, they might come check in on you, and the ability to sort of like look for new jobs, knowing that you were just laid off. But yeah, it's a little awkward to be like, we added the opportunity for your sim to be laid off, but it is something new and growing together.
I think that's cool.
Yeah,
it adds story.
It is a story opportunity.
Yes,
I think for
I
our
like
players,
that. It
and
adds a story
making those
beats.
adult lives feel fuller, right?
Hey, man, thank you for that gift. I appreciate that. The gift of membership. Thank you so much. Yeah, it adds. Yeah, you know what? You hear about all this. Sometimes people get laid off at one job and they end up doing something totally different, and they end up so much better in that new job. And it's like looking back at the time, it's like, gosh, it sucked, but it was a blessing in disguise. And that those things happen, and you could tell those stories like, oh yeah, I got laid off working at one job, and then I became an astronaut, and then now I'm like going to space. I don't know. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get the job back in the same place again, but you probably start at the beginning, or
entire lifetime, there are things happening that you are both drama that you're potentially dealing with, but also stories that are available for you to tell. Brand new stories that are really adding to all these layers of The Sims 4 as they are right now. Jen is unlocking some milestones.
it glues life harder. Yeah,
So we've talked about some stuff for infants and toddlers and adults.
I like it though.
And some stuff for
Make
elders.
the game
Let's
harder.
talk about kids a little bit too.
Okay.
So we talked about these aspirations
play in
that they have
in the treehouse.
But there's actually a lot of stuff we added for children. You might notice that they sometimes she's getting a confidence pop-up.
Oh, right, that's flying off of her head. I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing under the traits that she has high confidence right now.
Yep. Children could now have low, neutral, or high confidence. They start off with neutral, and this is kind of like a fluctuating trait throughout their childhood, depending on like
Hey,
how much
thank you
they're
so much for the
succeeding
super
in
chat.
things or
Appreciate
failing at
that.
things, and how like their caregivers are responding.
Became
I
a
don't know if she's done
YouTube
anything
celebrity.
recently
There
for
we
them to
go.
Respond to, but for example, under friendly and then compliments, he can praise her effort and social growth.
Right. So she's gained social skill, and so like as a caregiver, or
You can criticize it.
And so that'll affect the child's confidence, right? Yeah.
Yes, Thomas, how you doing today?
But also, like, I love, like, she could go on the monkey bars out here, and if she falls off, that's going to affect her confidence.
Right. So things that they're doing on their own, certainly the way the caregivers are interacting with them as well. And then
the caregivers. Sounds so ominous.
She's confident right now because, like, she believes in herself because she is confident. It's just going to make it kind of better. Versus if she has low confidence, she might get a fear that wasn't there before, and she's going to start like feeling like bad about things, and it might start like compiling, right? So
yeah, so it affects kind of their like day to day as well. I was gonna say, what happens when a kid ages up with high or low confidence?
They get a locked-in trait that is either low or high self-esteem. If their confidence was neutral, nothing happens. But if they had high confidence or low confidence, that'll as a teen they'll have high or low self-esteem, and then that just carries with them the rest of their life.
Like do some of the same stuff where they will kind of show that through different moodlets that they may get when they're doing different things, even when they're older.
So I'm going to make her practice piano, even though she doesn't like practicing piano.
Okay.
Because number one, look, it's a standing piano.
Yeah,
that
finally.
takes up 4 slots, not 6. And I'm just going to show it off really quick.
9 years.
And I know that some of our we had showed off this piano
to get
in
this
some
thing.
of our trailers, but I think we'd showed it off before with some of the really artful and beautiful kind of variants, but not necessarily the kind of just like core neutral tones. And so you can see that we have a bunch of them. Just have a brown one if you want to. It's not that exciting.
I never had a piano.
I like the ones
growing
that
up.
are
We
on,
never had a piano.
but, a wide variety.
But I think it's cool that we have one in the game now.
Yeah. So, but we're going to have her play some piano and check out some new stuff for children that we added in here when she gets here.
She's playing the piano.
So she's playing the piano. Number one.
No, they had the grand pianos, and then there were the ones that were like the what do they call, like the digital pianos that had little legs, so you could sit at that one, but nothing like this kind of piano. So I've always like kind of like cheesed it to look like these pianos by taking a bookshelf and flipping it upside down. Yeah, keyboard. Taking a bookshelf and flipping it upside, not upside down, but around the back, and then putting the keyboard in front. So it looked like it had this back to it, and then the keyboard in front, but never actually an object that was this kind of piano. So it's cool. Because like, who has a grand piano in like a house like this? A grand piano. But you're more likely to have one of these pianos if you have a piano in your house.
See now, when any sim is gaining
Or
a skill,
keyboard, too.
they'll now have a icon for that skill they're gaining above their head.
Yes.
That kind of helps you.
You have a grand piano?
For children.
Well, you're also musical,
actually, we've separated this out where children now have their fundamental.
They're expensive, but also they take a ton of room. Pipe organ. Oh, we had the pipe organ, yeah, but that was also different. I'm gonna replace Vlad's pipe organ with this piano.
Skills, which were the skills you were already
Yeah,
kind of
those seem
familiar
very
with.
familiar to me. Yeah.
But they also can gain certain adult skills that we felt like we could support or that we were supporting. And we can continue to add to this over time. They will gain adult skills at a slower pace than an adult would gain that skill.
Makes sense.
And they will gain these fundamentals now quicker than they used to.
Okay.
So these gain much quicker and these gain slower than if you were an adult.
Yeah.
But it kind of means now that like if she really wanted to work hard and try to improve her piano, that she could go to a teen already knowing piano. Whereas before, if she played piano her whole childhood, she wouldn't, as a teen, know how to play piano very well.
Right.
So it's one of the ways that like the things you're doing as a child really matter and carry on the rest
That's
of
cool.
their life now.
Yeah, that's a very cool update.
Yeah. I'm personally really excited about this one. Let's see. So
one of the things that I know, we were looking at the midlife crisis for Ron. He had a goal that was to take an outdoor nap,
and
right?
Kara also in her new aspiration has play pretend in Treehouse.
Right. I know we have a treehouse somewhere in this pack.
I
is
just
that
like
it?
a treehouse.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's continue building on it. And then we'll have her come out here and maybe Mama Lumberjackson as well.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the treehouse is a new object. You might have seen it in the trailers as well. It's something that you can build together with your family.
I jumped in and tell them about the treehouse.
Oh yeah,
Would you like to tell us the treehouse? I've already started it, so it'll be done soon.
I love that. I know, always. Right?
I'm gonna.
Oh, what is this? Oh, there is a treehouse back here.
Water, actually. I feel like I've been.
I also love the fact that Dad's hammering the tree.
Yeah, so you can see
So
that
make a
we have a
treehouse.
partially built
Video
treehouse
games.
here. When it's purchased, it's fully unbuilt base that allows multiple Sims to build together. So when a Sim starts to build, they just have to be a teen or older, and then children can join in as well to help out with the process. You'll see other Sims the treehouse pulling out blueprints, etc. But yeah, and then you see the finished
Look at it, it's
treehouse.
built. Yeah.
Once it's fully built, it becomes functional. Sims can go up and down via the ladder. They can play on the balcony and sit on the bench and interact with the enclosure.
That's cool.
As you can
I like
see,
that.
Kara's about to play pretend or do other things as well too. But yeah, but basically, you can pop a decoration state onto the treehouse once it's fully built. And each of those decoration states are going to match
Kids gotta go to school. Classic kid.
different play pretend sort of scenarios that children can have. So
You want to put some decor on it?
Oh yeah.
yeah, so you
Oh,
can
sorry.
see.
I meant.
Oh wait, what?
I meant the different.
Oh
the different
yeah,
styles.
yeah. Sorry. There's so much you can do with it.
It's okay. Yeah, so
okay.
there's the different decoration states that match each of the child Sims play pretend. So you can see Kara is playing pretend as a fairy tale princess, and you can decorate the treehouse to look like a fairy tale castle to match that, or like space, island castaway, whatever matches your child Sims.
There's 3, right?
What they prefer.
Fairy tale castle, island, and pirates, and space. Oh, 4. There's 4 of them. That's cool.
On the enclosure, as you could see, we could have Sims relaxing or sleeping. We can also have adult Sims woohoo in the enclosure.
Yes! Let's go! Woo! What does the animation look like for that? When the tree is rocking, don't you come a knocking.
So there is a new woohoo on the treehouse. And the treehouse can also be upgraded from this point too. So we have an awesome functional treehouse, but we can give it a bell because why not? A slide.
Oh yeah,
so
there we go.
Can climb up the slide or slide down it. Lights to keep the treehouse lit up, or a sliding pole.
How do you do that without
down
cheating it in? Because obviously they're cheating it in with like, is it just like handiness skill upgrades kind of thing?
Exit. You just need to have an adult sim with handiness skill and some upgrade parts. You can add all these super cool parts to the tree.
I'm glad I asked the question. You know, she didn't answer until I asked it, you know?
Yeah, we added them through the magic of debug cheats here. But they are built like the treehouse, right? You're like, your Sims go and kind of like work on it to add them.
And you can even, you can adjust the lights if I wanted on this one specifically. For this light. I can make it. You can't tell because it's daytime, but you can adjust them to be different.
That's cool.
Too, so that's cool.
Climbing up the slide.
And it'll really shine at night as well when the color is changed. You can also place objects on the treehouse balcony. So as you saw earlier, you can drag on the small telescope. Basically, a whole host of children's toys, activity tables, blarfy, like the big stuffed animals, doll houses, a science table, VR gaming mat can go up there. So like, there's a bunch of different options that you can
Treehouse to riches. I'm down.
Children or anyone who can use those objects will be able to interact with them.
Is there a way to find those easily?
Yes. So when you're in build by, you can search for the tag placeable on Treehouse, and that will pull up a bunch of different categories for each of those objects, so you can easily find things that can.
So not everything can be put up there then.
On there, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool that you. Like once you put it up there, you're saying it is usable, right? Like it's so not just can you decorate your treehouse how you want
plants to go up. That's
you
cool.
Can actually then have, for example, Kara could look through the telescope while on the treehouse.
Yep.
Very cool.
Exactly.
It's like you can really.
Can Kara get hit by a meteor while in the treehouse?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I was
asking for a friend.
I would been just. None of them are going to work or going to school. They keep them home. We got to keep them home. One of the I think
it's like Raft. Yeah.
Well, but I feel like the treehouse is one of, if not the, like coolest.
Doc is a reason there's woohoo
ever made in The Sims 4. It is.
They're like, we gotta add woohoo because DrGluon's gonna be asking about it. Let's just put it there. I want to know if there's animation. I want to know if that tree shakes. That's all I want.
Very big. It is very
Rafter
beautiful.
riches.
It is so customized.
Yeah, could you like just? Can we just like live on this thing? I wonder actually now, like what we could put up there. Just kind of brainstorming here. Like if you had a sim up there, and you made it so like we debugged it, kind of like where it's under like over water, so it was actually a raft. That'd be interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Obviously, we had a tree sticking out through it, but like, it could be cool. You know, we're watching the Sims stream that happened earlier, so we're checking out all the new stuff from the new patch and all the new stuff from the new expansion pack. So it's been very cool. A lot of information, lots. It's been very long, but there's been a lot of cool stuff in here. If you are enjoying my stream, hit that like button. It really helps out. We're at 946 likes, and we're very close to 1,000. I think we can do it. Treehouse woohoo. Yeah, definitely.
These like little kind of fun interactions that you can do. I don't know if you mentioned you could set like the entry rules as well.
Oh,
so you can be like, no adults, it's just kids, right?
No homers allowed. Yeah, but what about Homer C? The sign says no homers. We can have at least one.
Right? Stuff like that. We have the enclosure that you mentioned with,
That's
with
a
a bunch of
Simpsons
stuff on
joke.
there. So it's just,
It's on The Simpsons.
yeah, I really love this thing.
Another cool object we have for kids. Sure. Another cool object we
let's
have for
go.
kids is this bike. So I actually can't travel around or ride it. Why is that?
It's because I think you're a kid and you need to learn how to bike, Morgan.
Treehouse
one
is
of the
wild,
things that
yeah.
I think
Oh, look, he just sabotaged his work rival.
stuffed an old Harvest Fest skeleton into Bella's office drawer.
Funny story that there's actually a skeleton in my old desk drawer at work.
Is this based on a...
Yeah,
Okay.
it's based on a true story.
Nice. Really putting the best bits of ourselves into this game. So for our kids, right, like our adults have bikes and our adults can kind of ride bikes already because they're grown up and they know how to do it. But with our kids, we felt like it didn't necessarily feel realistic to be like our kids can just know how to ride a bike right off the bat. And so they actually need to learn how to ride the bike. And once they've done that, once they've kind of mastered being able to ride a bike, then they can use it as a vehicle for traveling, much like our adults can.
Then they can use it to instantly raise their fun from nothing to 100% in 5 seconds.
So then they can kind of ride it around, and they can
Bikes are very fun.
get to different lots and stuff like that.
Very
but
fun.
We also added some cool things with it's a milestone if we can get Kara there. Your bare head does not want to stay out.
It's not.
We also, I think, to make it so that, because kids' bikes are cooler, kids' everything is cooler, right? If you go to the store and you're like buying an adult version of something versus a kid's version of something, kids' version of things are cooler. What's really cool about these kids' bikes, I think we have 6 new kids' bikes with variants. And what's cool is that each of the kids' bikes have like slightly different accessories. And so you can see this one has a horn. I think maybe this one has a light as well. If it was nighttime, we would see it shining. But there's like a horn and a light and like a noisemaker that.
Can I just throw it out there right now? Can you all team up with Universal and get an ET add-on for this? Just gonna throw that out there. What kind of phone calls? You gotta call Steven Spielberg, Dave? Get them on the phone. Be like, listen, we got bikes now. Let's put an ET in there. That'd be great.
That can change
Pop in those
way that it
wheelies,
sounds
yeah.
when you're riding it. And depending on which kid's bike you buy, it has like a different kind of configuration of those sort of upgrades. Or
Meow, 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 meow.
We also have some adult bikes as well. Yep. So adults have some bikes in this pack they can ride too.
Yeah, can ride them together. I think
E.T.
adults
scared
can help
you?
our kids like learn how to ride a bike, right? And that can be a milestone as well.
While you're trying to learn your bike, you can sometimes hit your head and make your tooth fall out.
Oh, right, loose.
Here we go.
Actually,
Does
see,
she have a loose?
Everyone be quiet.
She does.
does.
I cheated
Everyone be
it,
quiet.
though,
Has
so
that
it's
zero?
why it has
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
I cheated it
Yeah.
on. But
Reese's Pieces, yes.
okay, yeah,
Ron's going for it.
yeah, he's just sabotaging. I set him to sabotage work rival at work. He could
Oh,
also
really?
befriend them.
That's
So
cool.
I mean, anyways, but she so she has a loose tooth, so we could wiggle it. But let's go ahead and just pull it out.
Oh, no.
Hardcore.
Oh.
All right. All right. So now your tooth is out.
Yeah, and,
Kara it no longer has a loose tooth, but now has like a missing tooth.
and we get her to smile here. We could see it.
She is.
Open your mouth. Where are you going?
You'll never see it.
I'll never
Open
see
her
it.
mouth.
Well, she has a tooth gap.
I
There-
never thought I would hear a sim stream say, open your mouth.
where she lost her tooth. It's there.
Being very uncooperative. But you have a loose tooth now, and you can take that tooth and you can
Teeth to riches, let's
if
go.
you were to click on like her bed, for example, or
Okay.
you now can place the tooth under the pillow and go to sleep.
Mhm.
Right.
When she wakes up, she'll be able to.
It's time to
Oh.
head to bed. You'll find a nice surprise from the tooth fairy.
And so when she
Tooth fairy,
wakes up,
okay.
then you'll get kind of a nice little moment of a lost tooth fairy time.
Oh, there's no actual
She
tooth
got
fairy that comes
a
in.
milestone. She got
Oh.
some new reward objects.
And some money as well.
Some
Oh,
money.
I
as
was
well.
hoping like
Yeah,
like
this is-
something would come in, you know, like the bunny from Sims 2, or just some kind of thing come in, like the Easter bunny or something come in. It was 84 simoleons. Dang. Yeah, I was kind of hoping like even if it was like for 5 seconds that they come in, they do an animation, and they fly away. No one can see them. They're not interactable. No one can see them, but they come in. That would have been cool.
It's like when we're talking about milestones, right? Like you get a cute little kind of like tooth certificate for your first tooth that you lost.
Yeah. I know a good place we could potentially put that tooth certificate. Maybe we check out these.
Oh, these little boxes?
Mm-hmm. These little
Wait,
boxes.
what
We have
are
3
these
of them. Kind of an
boxes?
ornate one. We have kind of a cheapskate.
The tooth fairy is invisible.
I don't know who named that. Workplace rival.
A cheapskate keepsake box, yes.
And a basic one.
Yes.
This is an elder sim, so she's able to designate this keepsake box as their family keepsake box.
These keepsake boxes are one of my favorite things in this pack because they're small. There's not, they're not super complicated, but when I talked about our milestones and the kind of decorative objects you got from the milestones, one of the things that I really love about this pack when I've been playing with it is that you really get to inject this sense of history with this pack that we haven't had an opportunity to do before. And our keepsake boxes, I think, are a great example of that, which is, as an elder, you can designate that this keepsake box, and you can rename it, right, is sort of the family keepsake box, is the memento that you want to pass on. And then one of the really cool things that you can do is you can then, if you are close enough with somebody else in your family, is you can then pass that on to that family member. And through that, you can have this sense of an object that has meaning for the family and is able to be
sell it.
Is able to kind of like keep that
It has meaning to the family. Sell for 100.
meaning through generations, right? And you can see that it's also like a little kind of storage box. So you can put cool things into it. You can put things that have meaning, maybe milestones things, or maybe just like something that you think has meaning for the family, and be able to put that in it. And then the other interaction that's on here, ponder the meaning of family, is a fun little kind of interaction that lets you mess with family dynamics a little bit. So it lets you like use the power of kind of the legacy of your family to change a dynamic that might be set that you might not like right now.
You might also be seeing in our inventory, she has a friendship bracelet that was made by her. And Kara actually also has one.
Oh, okay.
This is a new object called the Friendship Bracelet Kit. And you can click on that to make friendship bracelets. We have some different ones that are all really cute you can make. And we also updated it, so if you have like Nifty Knitting, you can do it here,
table?
or you can do it on activity table. Or...
Oh, and like the knitting basket from Nifty Knitting, yes.
I
Or
think
this,
the crochet box as well.
Oh,
or
cool. The cross stitch.
Cross stitch.
Yeah.
And so those are also objects you can do that, but we have to have a friend.
Right. So if you each have made a friendship bracelet, you can then exchange them.
Or if it's a sim in another household, they don't have to necessarily have made one. But because they both live in the same household, we made them. So we can exchange
Mama
them.
and Kara are going to exchange friendship bracelets here.
Yeah, they are. So so Kara's going to come here and exchange it. Slow this down. She says, hey, you want to exchange friendship bracelets? You'd want to give me a friendship bracelet?
Oh, look at that. Super cute. So they've exchanged friendship bracelets.
And you can see it on their hands now.
Oh, yeah, you can see it on their wrists, and they have each other's, right?
Kara,
oh, there you go. Yeah, that's
hers
cool.
was made by Mama now.
Nice.
And they both have it on their hands. And they'll eventually get worn out and fall off.
Okay.
But for now, they have them.
They have a special friendship bond. I think we added another really cool kind of like interaction that you can do while you're wearing each other's friendship bracelet.
I think it's under affection, bracelet buddy
fist bump.
If you do this, Kara has another friend, and if she were to do this in front of Gonzalo, Gonzalo might get kind of jealous.
Oh, right, because he's like, why didn't I get a friendship bracelet? Why are you doing this bracelet buddy fist bump with somebody else?
With your grandma? What the heck? Can't believe that. We're best friends. The grandma shows up and something like your best friends with grandma.
Yeah, like
Get out of here.
Right.
So we were pretty close.
Yeah.
Tea time. Yeah.
Because you can only exchange friendship bracelets with one sim, right?
Yes.
That's the rule. That's the rule.
Also
Oh.
demand your friendship bracelet.
Well, I would. That's malicious.
Demand it back.
When I was a child.
Uh-huh.
Is that a milestone? Is that a milestone? Glad I had to give like someone a bracelet. That's a milestone. And demand it back. See, the milestone thing could be really funny. I don't know if those are milestones, but if that is,
You were saying that you exchange friendship bracelets with someone, and then they demand. Look, oh my! I cannot believe that you did that.
I love how this is all based on Morgan's life, which is amazing. Which is really amazing.
No, she's gonna have this memory with her grandma forever. So sad. She was hurt.
My first divorce kit. Let's go.
A hurt sentiment.
But yes, this happened to me, and I'm still
Okay,
hurt as an
yeah.
adult. So
And then you
should
said
probably last with her forever. You know,
Right.
she'll probably forever remember.
when Kara grows up to be a game developer and is doing a stream, she'll be like, "Remember that time that my grandmother demanded the friendship?"
And then I went to work, and they made me take the feature that had a friendship bracelet that made me remember that really sad moment in my childhood, and I
Yeah.
worked on it.
I understand. It's a really personal connection there. I think friendship bracelets are cool. I think you could tell some cool stories there, as you can see, and then some really cool touches in terms of being able to wear them.
Some other things to show off. We've got this play mat that they can play on. Over here we have a
Changing table.
Oh, the
a
changing
diaper changing table. Let's see if we can have her just use her diaper really quick.
Used their diaper recently, right?
Yeah. And if she uses her diaper, then we can actually change her diaper. And this also works for toddlers who have changed their diaper as well,
Mhm.
but not for Delaney because Delaney's potty trained.
Okay.
I mean, she is, if she used her diaper,
Sure.
she could still do it.
Yeah.
But she's not
But she
trained
wouldn't
because
use
she's
her
a
diaper.
big
Yeah,
girl
she's-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
these
girl,
changing
you're
tables are
looking
really cool.
out.
The thing that I really like is that you see there's a little you see there's a little kind of like diaper pail,
Genie.
trash can. You got the peon caregiver milestone. Nice.
Oh, that's a milestone! Get peed on caregiver? Oh, yeah! See, I'm telling you, this is going to be some great gameplay. Oh, dang it, we're missing the peon one. I got to have a baby and get peed on quick. Ew. I like this milestone thing. I think it's cool.
Is that some of these milestones are just a little bit sillier.
I like that. Be silly.
Pail, trash
Be
can,
silly.
Kind of like right next to it is a
That's a diaper genie, but they can't call it that. And they're amazing inventions. It's not a trash can. It encloses, it caps it, the stankiness. And you throw the whole thing away and you're done with it.
attached to it. What happens is if you have that attached to your changing table, is the diaper automatically gets put in there. So you don't have to worry about diaper trash. If you don't, then the diaper shows up on the floor. You have to clean it up eventually, or maybe Kyle will take care of it while he's here, or something like that. But that's, I think, a cool little touch with our.
Misuses milestones.
Another thing, let's just see if we can teleport her there. You let me cheat.
I don't know if she was being carried.
Oh,
she's in the high chair.
I chase a fix though,
Let's
right?
have
I chase a
her
fixed.
let her out.
I chase a
really
fix,
quick.
right? I chase a fixed.
But you were
I
just
been in there
mentioned
the
we
whole
would show
time.
off what you can do here with these baby proofing things, but so this is baby proofed, and you can see she can try to break loose now.
Oh, what?
So that's like a fun way to play with wild toddlers,
right.
Who may
Like,
succeed
even
or may
if you
not
baby proof
succeed.
something, right? There's a chance that they have a breaking out.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. She did not
She
succeed.
did.
Oh, she did.
She's out.
Oh, she can't be contained.
Can't be
That's cool.
contained.
That's a cool kind of like little baby proof and gate thing.
Mhm. So let's go ahead and we also have some other cool objects around here. We have this
We have too much
celebration
stuff.
cannon.
We have too much stuff.
Baby
that might
jails.
be good for.
No, it's a cage, okay? A child activity and games enclosure, okay? It's fine.
Some events we could talk about.
Yeah, we have 3 new events. I don't know if we have time to actually do them in the stream.
Mhm.
But we
Do
have
them.
3 new events, which are a baby shower.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
that
baby
is
shower.
something that we wanted to make available kind of for all of our new baby stories. So you don't need a pregnant sim to have a baby shower, right? Maybe you're telling an adoption story or something like that. We have a new family reunion
Oh yeah,
event.
if we wouldn't be able to remove ourselves from the screen for a moment, I kind of
or
surprised and did this out of order. I'm sorry.
a family reunion event and a slumber party event. And
Oh, that's cool.
the slumber party event also kind of shows off our new. I was going to say shows off, but really, like, it's useful to use with our new sleeping bags.
Mhm.
I know that we probably wanted to look at some other places in the world, so I don't know how much we want to go into any of these in particular.
Go
but
into
they're all
it.
really cool events that kind of are, again, helping you tell the story of a new kind of member of the household joining, whether you have kids that are kind of like wanting to throw a little party of their own and have a sleepover. That slumber party can be held in the home, can be held in certain venues as well to have like the lock-in effect of like we're in the, we're out and like having a sleepover somewhere else. And a family reunion that is sort of gathering, makes a thematic sense of gathering the family together. But that canon is, I think, useful at any event that you might throw. Potentially is a good celebratory object for something like
New death on the cannon.
a baby shower.
And you might have noticed that I could also add these events and throw them while we have somebody staying over. So
That's right. So
that's one of the nice things is
the
like
stayover doesn't stop you.
So you could be like, hey, mom and dad, come stay with us. And then while they're over, you could throw a family reunion.
Yeah, totally.
Sleepover at the
As
bar.
a reward for the family reunions, you also get these really awesome picture frames that I filled in with pictures
Last
of our
milestone unlocked. Yeah, let's go.
family from around various places.
Oh, these are so cool. These are one object, right? But they're like collage frames. So each of the little frames can contain a different photo
That's cool.
that you put in there. And I feel like that is just such an easy way to kind of customize your lot with decoratives with pictures. And
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, these are awesome. But these, like you said, these are rewards from the family reunion event.
Mm.
So it's kind of late at night. Let's go ahead and have Ron and Mira go out together for like a late night date night to the anchor point. We'll go here to our new library. This one was built by Deligracy.
The library. I'm
And
sorry.
We'll
It's
take
a
a
date
look around
night.
this neighborhood. Do you want to tell us a little bit about?
I'm sure it's gonna be great because Deli built it, but like a date night to the library. You know what I mean?
The Anchor Point Wharf, Rach?
Hey, yeah, I'm happy to, although I'm still emotionally recovering from Kyle Kyleson starting a fire. I just needed to say, I think that is Sim Guru O'Connor's finest design moment. Not the fire, just Kyle. But anyway, so here's Anchor Point Wharf, and we were kind of thinking about this as feeling a little bit closer to that city vibe that we wanted. So a lot of the
Cool
buildings
area.
here kind of look like they've been reclaimed. When I pointed out Bayani Robles before in the prior neighborhood, he's one of those founding fathers. We thought of him as somebody who is kind of creating the fishing trade in this area and canning, and it kind of built up from there. The Robles family is still present. We'll see them in another neighborhood, but their family house is, the main one is down here. My favorite thing about this is I wanted this to feel like kind of you could see the original house and then the addition as this family kept expanding out. I felt like that was really emblematic of this pack, just watching as your family grows and grows and you're trying to figure out what to do there. So that's their lot. And then let's see, what else do we have here? We have a nice little square area where there's a piano that you can come out and play. There is a food stand that you can visit. Yeah, I love this food stand so much. So you can stop by, get a little bit to eat, get some samosa, and go from there. And let's see, I think
I like that they did in weddings. One of the things I liked about weddings is they added those food carts built into the buildings. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Would have been cool to see more of that.
the main thing, aside from the library, which I also just love because it's so
Oh, the
family
piano's
friendly,
out there. That's
we
kind
have
of
a little
cool.
area set up for parents. And oh, is that Bernice playing piano? I
This is
love
one
it.
of our premates,
Hey,
one of our
Bernice.
Robles family.
Yay!
It's got
I love
wheels
this
on the
too.
piano.
I play piano, so this is huge for me.
That's cool.
But yeah, let's take a look then at this date night area, the movie theater.
Oh,
This is
so
one
they
of my
just
favorite-
came to the library because they could load into here. Gotcha. But a lot of this stuff is just like just rabbit holes then.
things because we kind of just
Watch
kicked around an
movie.
idea of, well, you should be able to see a movie here. And that blossomed into this entire experience, which is being able to see a variety of genres together or by yourself. Yeah,
I like the
something romantic because
I like
it
the
is a
theater.
date, isn't it? You can see different genres reflected on the outside and with the sound as well. And when you go into this theater, while you're not able to see it yourself, things do happen in there. There may be some riveting events that take place when you're there. Sorry, I'm so bad at puns. I'll stop. That's the only one. I swear. But yeah, just chance to kind of get a movie and see how you feel about it. Let's see how they feel.
And you saw that there are different genres of movies. I also I know that like depending on your Sim's personality, there are different chances that they may like or dislike certain genres.
Like
right?
a sim that doesn't like children isn't going to like this child family movie. But like a sim who likes romance is probably going to be pretty down for Pax and Prejudice, which they turned into a movie.
They adapted it. That was a book, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's funny.
Any
cross with the movie stuff back? Is there like movies we're playing here also on those movies? I don't know. Did I forget about that one? Did I watch DrGluon Don't Finish the Baby Challenge? We're gonna finish the baby challenge. We might have to adapt some of these rules though.
It always makes me think of the Sims 3 movie theater, which is really nostalgic for me. So that's nice, I think. And I love the way this lights up.
Yeah, I like the way it looks.
They did
That's
an
cool.
amazing job with that. You can also see the fog rolling off the bay at night, which I think is really cool.
Oh, nice.
And also amazing. And the way this like bridge lights up and you can see all the cars on it.
Oh, cars, confirmed.
So she liked it.
Swoons galore.
I think it looks like he liked it too.
What a successful date night.
Oh, look at that.
This would be a great place to add a restaurant if you've got Dine Out, one of the best packs in the game. Just throwing that out there. What if there's a lot nearby?
Aww.
And they say romance is dead.
The library is great and all, but going to like a restaurant after the movie, maybe.
Not.
All you gotta go. You just
Food
gotta
truck?
go watch an adaptation of a Jane Austen starring werewolves.
I wanted to show off this library too, because we have a lot of
My
new
deli built
assets here
this.
that are really great for children libraries. Like these bookshelves, which
That's
are interlockable. This is like an end to this bookshelf, so you could build it like that. Upstairs we have more of these bookshelves and like different layouts, and Deli did a great job building
that's good.
this library here. That's like a really cool family friendly one. You can see our new changing table here.
The
It's like a public
library.
changing
The
table.
ones that kind of fold down from the side from the wall.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And like a little nursing room here for the infants, and I think and
Good
this
job,
awesome
Deli.
little play area. I think
I like the PlayStation bookshelves.
great library.
I think they're pretty good.
Okay, so let's go ahead and travel to the other neighborhood as well.
Got one more neighborhood, right?
Hmm?
And this one contains, I think, a new. You're
Well,
taking everyone.
Let's
Even
bring the firemen too.
No,
Oh, no, I can't bring that. Okay, fine. We'll just bring our family.
Contains our new venue.
Do you want to tell us about this neighborhood as well, Rach?
Oh, right, yeah. This is
I would be happy to. We'll talk about the venue in a second, but once we load in, I just want to talk in general about Gilbert Gardens, which is I mentioned before, we talked about Old Stumpy and mentioned that was, the last remnant of our sequoias. Our friend Gilbert Gilberts is responsible for the deforestation of San Sequoia. This park area, I was kind of thinking about it as his estate that he so graciously gifted to everyone after he passed away. So you can kind of see his old house here. There's a nice little lake here where you can fish and, yes, swim and do more. You can even walk around it. You might want to keep your eyes peeled for White Claw the crocodile. I don't know, he might not be out right now, but
See some
be
bubbles?
wary. Be wary.
Oh, maybe there.
We'll just see the bubbles now, but yeah, never know. So yeah, again, there's a little space where you can do some group walking, and let's see over here by that's the rec center. We'll go back to it in a sec. The splash pad. So this is This is one of my favorite things in the world. We have to zoom in on my buddy Whalebert over there. Yeah, Whalebert.
I'm gonna fast forward so maybe it can be morning by the time. I'm sorry, the timing wasn't great.
Oh, that's
all right. Whalebert looks good in any light.
He does.
Right,
He's the star of this pack.
But we wanted to kind of create this sort of family-friendly thing and just a little splash pad that kind of grew into a big splash pad, honestly, where you can play in the water, watch it, obviously stomp playfully. It might be a great place to bring your dog, I think. I don't know. Just if you're up for that sort of
Even an
thing.
infant if you're holding it.
Yes, even an infant if you're holding it.
Yeah,
So-
we didn't get a chance to at our home lot because there was just so much to look at. This is obviously for this neighborhood sort of like bespoke. Our environment team put this together. It looks incredible. But what's really cool is I think almost all of these pieces that you see here are available in the catalog, and you home or on another venue can set it up kind of how you want, right? Each of these kind of like taller mushroom ones.
Even different mats that are different shapes,
Apparently.
different colors.
Yeah.
And you can like design your own for your own lots. It's really cool.
Yeah, so this is not just like this isn't the only splash pad, right? Like you can create one at home, but you can also you have the ability to customize based on all of these pieces, which I think is also really really nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit of extra fun.
By the way, thank you so much. We got to over 1,000 likes on the stream today. Thank you so much. If you haven't hit that like button, doing so really helps the video out, and also hit the subscribe button as well if you are new here. Thanks for being here.
If you like that sort of thing, and I hope you do. So
I like
let's
splash
move
pads.
away from that splash pad, and I want
I always think of like Nickelodeon one from. I think there's like a Nickelodeon one in like, gosh, maybe Mall of America, maybe, or there's some places. There's like a Nickelodeon one.
go to the rec
I don't know why I'm
center
thinking
now.
Nickelodeon when I think of splash pads.
Let's go look at that.
There must be one
so
somewhere.
This one was built by Lil Simpsy.
Oh,
Yeah, and
listen
so
to
what
you.
I wanted to go for here was, I come from a smaller town where you kind of wanted a central place to do everything, and that's what I was hoping for. So you could come here to make art, play musical instruments. You can come here to
Probably no Rosa today. No, I didn't know if we were going to do it today or not, but it seems like the timing is going to be a little off for that. But next week we'll do it. We'll be back. There's going to be, obviously, with the new pack coming out, with all this stuff coming out, there's going to be a bit of disruption to the normal content that we're creating to make way for the new content. That doesn't mean we're going to stop doing Rosa. It just means that we have to do a bit of a pause as we obviously want to explore all these new things. So just to let everyone know, Rosa's not going away. We've still got some time left, but like when this stuff all comes out, yeah, we're probably going to be doing something else because I'm going to want to play this new stuff. But we will be back with Rosa as, you know, as time goes, you know. We won't be doing all this forever. We'll be back to Rosa. We'll be back to Rosa next week, but I'm just saying, like, once this pack comes out, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to have baby time, but we have to do Rosa today.
work out if you want, just hang out.
Nickelodeon Studios. Nick Studios doesn't have a splash pad, though. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Rags and babies to... Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's great to
We're
go-
not giving Rosa a baby, not after the whole, like, raccoon incident. Nope.
for an event if you wanted to. I know Scott already talked a little bit about some of the events that we can have here. If you wanted to book a lock-in, this is your spot for it. And yeah, there are the instruments, and of course the clown.
It's kind of like a
painting is
museum.
Super important.
It's
for
kind of
me,
like
Matt. I may be a bit of a clown freak, but we won't
art
talk about
center, I guess.
So what I really
We'll
want
have
to zoom
another
in
full
on.
stream for that.
Yeah, gotta save that for another day. Those game tables, though. So one of my favorite things we added this pack are symbols and puzzles. I really wanted to create an area especially for elders to come to and socialize, hang out, and just do whatever they want. So obviously there's a chessboard, but this is mainly for me about the symbols and the puzzles.
It's a community center.
Did you
yeah.
say puzzles?
Oh, I jump the gun?
Let's
Yes,
go with
So they're playing
puzzles.
symbols right here, but they can actually change the game to cards, and I think there's some others if you have other packs. But also puzzles, which is my favorite to do here. So let's have her. She changed the game to puzzles, and we can actually choose a puzzle.
Okay.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Mm,
puzzles.
that's
Different
cool.
sizes, but I saw an option here: custom puzzle from reference.
Yes, this is
Oh,
delightful. So we'll do
wow.
that.
So this allows you to take a take a picture, like our kind of paint by reference, right?
It's kind of weird that they do it right from the table, though. feel like it should have been better where you could like insert a picture into it. I don't know how they would have done that, but like, so that means I would have to take this puzzle box to some cool looking place. I like the idea of adding that, but also it's kind of weird they do it right then from the table.
And then that becomes a puzzle that your sim works on. And then when you finish it, it'll look like that picture that you took.
Yeah. Oh, she stopped doing that.
Yeah, like put a picture in the inventory. Yeah, it's weird
and
that they.
We're gonna have her while she's doing that.
It's just the same thing with the painting stuff, but at least with like when you're painting, it makes a little bit of sense because you're like, I gotta set up my thing and I gotta like, I see this, I'm gonna paint this, but I don't know.
There's a.
I like they added it, but also kind of weird.
Kara steal a piece.
Oh, Kara's gonna come over.
Yeah.
And take one.
Yeah, she's a little bit mischievous here.
Can the dogs eat the pieces? And you gotta throw the whole thing away?
A puzzle piece while they're working on it.
Oh, okay.
Swipe it.
Probably not tonight with the Rosa, I'm sorry.
Got a piece now.
Hey, Tio, thank you so much for that.
We're gonna keep working on
I appreciate that. Except for this pack, family dynamics are always fun, especially when they go wrong. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so again, with the Rosa, we'll probably be back with next week with more Rosa challenge. This came out today, this video, this stream here. If this had come out yesterday, I would have done this on my Twitch stream. We've been streaming on our YouTube every Friday, and it just happened to be out on Friday, so it just meant that we're going to have to watch it. We had to watch it here on the YouTube, which is just fine. So yeah, just the way it kind of worked out that way. But I'll be back next week with more Rosa challenge. Oh yeah, we can probably change that. Yeah, I didn't know how long this is gonna go. It went much longer than. Did I say maybe? Then later, Rosa. Okay, let's just go. There we go. Problem solved. There we go. Thank you. Is what it is. I mean, it's fine.
Something I love about the rec center is while I feel like I'm here, I regularly have kids and
it's almost over. Yeah,
it's a nice kids area.
It's a nice place.
It really is
a
place.
I don't think we'll have time for Rose after that though.
Like there's a lot of stuff that you can just kind of hang out and do here.
I'm gonna fast forward because I want to see it made.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I wanted it to be really just for all ages appropriate.
You got an ad just then? That is weird. I don't think ads popped up on YouTube. It's wrapping up pretty soon. Yeah, it seems like we've got a little bit more time left, but it's almost over.
Little Simsy just did an amazing job building this one, and I hope that there's a lot that everyone else can do when they're making their own if they wish to, but yeah.
Oh, you just got an ad all of a sudden? Oh, you know what? When I went to edit, there was a thing that said play an ad, and I thought I closed it. It was like a little pop-up that said play an ad, and I went to close that. I think I may have clicked the dang button. I'm sorry about that. I don't know, is the ad still playing or is it good now? The little pop-up that was covering the edit button was saying, play an ad now. You should play an ad now. And I was like, close that. But I think I actually clicked the button. So it's skippable. Okay, cool. Oops. Play more ads.
Just something for everyone. While they're building, I forgot to mention something kind
Nancy's
of important. It
involved.
actually popped up earlier with Kyle Kyleson, but I wanted to highlight that I mentioned lore a couple times when I was talking. If you're somebody who's really into lore, I am, you can run the Share Sequoia Secrets interaction on some of our pre-mades if you want to learn a little bit more about them. There's some stuff that I put in. I had hinted before about the Michelsons with the name. If you're a little bit curious to know what's going on there, you can kind of run that to find out more about Celeste's history in particular. It's really important to me personally.
Why is Nancy getting so mad? It's a puzzle. Dang it! It's not competitive. Yeah, have fun. You build together.
Just for everybody else, if you want to learn details about the Sims themselves or the area, that's the way to do it.
Oh, there's a piece missing.
They're done here, but it looks like
because
she stole the piece, there's a piece missing. So you can still like frame it, and you can be like, "We're done," right?
That's funny. Lloyd, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Put it up, I guess, but she still has the pieces. Can Kara?
She did, and she stole the finish.
Okay, so she put it back.
Oh,
it's a full
also
puzzle
frame
now.
it.
Yeah. And you can see that there's that lovely puzzle from reference that now you have.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
You put it in your
Cool.
keepsake box.
Very
for your
cool.
family.
Very cool. Do we want to? I don't know that there's too much more.
I did
that we
want to
wanna-
show off the walking paths.
Yes. Okay. Let's send them for a walk.
So I'm gonna teleport them.
Got a
over
hike
here.
system
Get them
then.
here quickly. Maybe stop what you're doing. So this is something that's really fun we added for elders. Around this neighborhood, there are 3 different walking paths. You can see them on their signs here. But you can choose to is she leaving?
I think she was running off.
Don't leave, please.
And she was already starting a walk. They have their own ideas.
Okay, so we're gonna do
Spoiler,
this
it's buggy.
right now. But there are 3 different of these paths around this neighborhood you can find.
I
with
found
different
the
lengths of
hiking
trails.
system kind of buggy too, though.
I think Car ran off to do something, so you might need to.
Yep, so the hiking system is returned in full force, it seems like. Nothing changed from that.
Wait for her to come back. Maybe she's walking already.
I never liked the
there's
hiking
one
system.
around-
The hiking system is from Snowy Escape. They had like a hike thing. I tried, it seemed like a good idea. But like there was one time when I was like, we're taking a hike, and then I was like, oh, this might be a good time to stop and have a picnic. And there was no way to pause the hike. You could only cancel it. So we canceled it. We had a picnic. And then I went to restart the hike, which meant they had to go all the way back to the beginning again. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, anyway. It felt like you're watching an animation play out.
The biggest one. There's one around the pond, which is the smallest one, and then there's this middle-sized one around the arboretum.
I think Grandma started without her. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm done waiting. But they'll go for these power walks, and you can do this as a group. I would suggest, well, not while they're leaving the neighborhood already, but they'll kind of stop along the way and
You just watch it.
and drink or stretch, and then
You just
and then
wanna watch
also I
it.
wanted to show out that like while she was doing this,
Yeah, she's gonna go around this kind of like bend here.
they react to the neighborhood with like some of these certain things. So like here they've got the fun topiary, so they'll get a
Okay.
buff for that.
Yeah. So like there are special points around each of these neighborhoods where if you're near them, I think there's one near like Old Stumpy potentially, where you'll
Or,
get
like
a sense
the
of just
fisherman
like
statue.
yeah, kind of the points that might put your sim in a certain mood, but also just like give them a little bit of
The animation's
location.
I like the way that they're reacting. Another thing I think would be neat to mention. Let's see if I can leave early.
Okay.
And then bring him here. Is we didn't really show this, but they have made a self-discovery.
Oh right, yeah. This is one of those things where it's like it's a little bit random, or it's not quite random,
Yeah.
but there's stuff going on in the background, and we just didn't get a pop up.
I was hoping we would get a pop-up
Right.
during the stream.
But self-discovery is really cool. You might be, maybe you noticed where you look at Ron and his traits, and you might be like, wait a second.
That's a lot of traits.
Does he have? This is soul music is. I love it. He's got an extra trait, doesn't he? And that's because with our new self-discovery system, and again, I wish that it had just kind of popped up so we could show it, but again, it's a simulation. You have moments depending on how you're playing your sim and what they're doing that behind the scenes
Hey,
we're
Lisa.
tracking that. And there are moments when it can pop up and say,
Yeah, the Gloomy plush is a go. It is go. You can no longer buy them. I actually just put them off. I turned them off. So, but they are a go, and they will be delivered at end of April, early May. That's what they told me. So, it's gonna be great. Look forward to it.
the game.
We ended up getting over 400 of them. So, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
That how you've been playing Ron, for example, and says, what did he discover here? This was
He got ambitious.
So it
and
might
I
have been when
think
he
it
got
was for a
promoted or something?
promotion,
Okay.
And then actually,
And so, like here, Ron might have gotten promoted, and at that point, the game would be like, oh, it seems like Ron was promoted, or Myra got perfectionist from.
I think she had got a skill to 10.
Okay, so when she got a skill to 10, there are moments where the game reacts to that, and it's like, hey, it seems like your sim did this thing. Does that mean maybe they're this trait? And it gives you a pop-up that allows you to accept it or not. So you can be like, no, I'm not playing them that way. But it also is another way that growing together allows your sims to sort of evolve. And the game gives you these great opportunities to say, hey, it seems like you're playing your sims this way. Maybe you want to add this family dynamic. Maybe you want to add this new trait.
That is actually kind of interesting because like the way we did with Rosa, it's like, well, she's a loner at the beginning, but like maybe she doesn't want to be a loner forever and wants to actually start getting out of her bubble and start meeting people. Well, with the current system, it's like, well, I'm gonna have to cheat that basically. I have to get rid of that loner thing and then add in something else. So it would be kind of neat because traits shouldn't always be locked in. I don't think they should have something that evolve. Like you may not start off as a vegetarian, but you decide you want to be a vegetarian later on. Like that's just something you decide you want to be. You know, I want to do that. You know, or maybe opposite as well. You know, so like that should be something like traits shouldn't be just so locked in and changed through cheating. You know. The glitch on the early days, the infant developer. Wait, what is this? Oops. Oh, let's see what this is. Hang on. Whoa! What the heck? Woo! Why'd they get rid of that? Amazing. Yeah, dynamic, exactly. That's funny. That's funny.
Maybe you want to add this like or dislike
Why'd they get rid of that?
Based on what's happening right now. And I think this is really cool because it just adds this personality trait to your sim. Another thing that can happen is if you have like opposite personality traits. If you have a slob and you end up cleaning up a lot, the game might be like, you're not really playing this sim like a slob. Do you want them to be neat instead? I'll get rid of slob for you and I'll put in neat instead.
Yeah, see? That's what I was talking about. Is that a base game thing, though? Is that a expansion pack? Because some of these things are like, you know, that I feel like should be expansion thing. I mean, a base game thing. Right, exactly. Like, if you're living in a dirty place, yeah, maybe you start really adapting to the fact that the place is messy, right? Oh, the sim is so neat, though, so it's like they hate it, but then you slowly adapt to your environment.
And I think that's really cool, again, in terms of like growing together, allowing your sims to grow and evolve
together
in a way that we haven't really done before. I think through self-discovery, your sim can gain up to a total of a cap. The cap is like 6 total personality traits that they can get. So they can get 3 more through self-discovery.
Yeah, it's fun for story.
Yeah.
And just playing the game and seeing how things go with it. I've really enjoyed this and like finding the different ways you unlock them. I think so. That seems like a pretty good overview of our pack of growing together.
Yeah, there's so much in this pack. I am so excited for people to get their hands on it and start playing with it. I think like it deepens your relationships. It makes your family matter more. It gets drama in your game. It makes all of your sims feel better. I think it's hard to go back to playing without this pack once you've played with this pack. It's going to release worldwide March 16th. You can get it on EA app for PC. You can get it on Origin if you're on Mac. You can get it on Xbox.
Origin? Oh, on Mac only. Oh.
Xbox, on PlayStation. We're everywhere now. I think it's on Steam. It's on Epic Game Store. You can message me and be like, send me a copy. And I won't. I'll tell you where to get it. But I can point you to the right places. But and then the infant update comes out 2 days before on March 14th. I think
March
that's
14th.
our streamer day. For everyone. That's for everyone on all those same platforms as well.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. There's even more than we got through, but
I think we did pretty well.
I think we did pretty good.
It has been
sloth. You went pretty fast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
being
so
the one,
much.
controlling all of our sims today, Morgan. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Frost, for keeping us on
Watch
time.
the end, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Is that it? Is there more? To watch the end, is there like a thing? Yeah, that was really good. I tell you what, though, that did not feel like 2.5 hours. They didn't like dilly dally. They really hit on everything, and I feel almost like they maybe kind of brushed over a lot of things. So. Deliberately. Oh, okay. Kayla.
I don't know about you, but where's
oh.
the baby that I'm...
Hang on, Kayla. I'll watch your video later. Let's go back over here. There we go.
This is
We'll just kind of like talk about it now, I guess. This seems cool. This is cool. I think this is very exciting. They didn't really talk about new deaths. We have a new woohoo, which is the Treehouse woohoo. So that's confirmed. We joked about it. I actually didn't think they were going to do a Treehouse woohoo. I thought they were going to be like, no, that's too much. But apparently it's in there. I don't know if there's a new death. This just seems like a really good pack. Anyone like, let me ask, let's do a poll here. Let's just do a poll, kind of like seeing, after you've seen this one. Hang on. After seeing the live stream, are you picking it up? Okay. Let's see. Yes. Right. Away. Yes, but wait for sale. Or no. Or no. Right, is there anything else? Let's see. Let's see what you all think. Already pre-ordered. Wait, you gotta wait for some reviews. I'm sure there's gonna be bugs. I mean, that is just gonna be a thing. They say that the little seats that kids sit in, the high chair's fixed. I'll believe when I see it. You know what I mean? Where's the option for you getting the code for the creator network? 1% of people say they're getting a free code. I don't think there's a new Korea. They didn't mention new Korea, so I don't think so. I thought they would have said that. No point me getting it. I don't own The Sims 4, yeah? It's free now, so technically you do own it. Because it's free. Everyone owns it. You know what I mean? Nanny Korea, they didn't say anything about that, so I don't... Is there more information? I want to see a list of these milestones. I want to see a list. And I want to go through and try to unlock all the milestones, starting from the beginning. And go all the way. Like we start with a baby. Obviously they have a family because you can't. I don't think you can control the babies. Well, the babies don't really move, right? Well, they didn't seem like they moved by themselves. Though in the trailers they showed them crawling, but anyway, you start as a baby, and then you work on getting all the milestones as an infant, then a toddler, and you gotta work your way all the way up. Unlock every milestone. Is Kyle on the gallery? I think they're going to be part of the game. I think they're just going to be part of the game, it seemed like. I don't think Kyle is just random. I think they actually created that Kyle will show up. Do a poll on Kyle here. Hang on. Let me get so you can see him again. Okay. Oh, well, that can't really see him because I'm talking to him. Hey, SimStream, could you? There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. 68% right away. 26% wait for sale. That's a lot of people saying they're gonna get it. Only 5% saying no straight up. That is a lot. And yeah, it just seems like the new Parenthood. Like you'd want. This is like something you would want to get. I guess we have to wait till it comes out. Hang on, we're gonna do Kyle here. Smash or pass. By the way, for those who don't know, smash means I like him a lot. You know what I mean? And pass means I don't like. Gotta go, no voice. Have a good one. Kyle is this guy right here. This is Kyle right here in the red shirt. Smash. I like bad boys. Yeah? Kyle definitely. No, not kill, but like smash your lips against his lips. You know what I mean? Carl is the one who looks like DrGluon. That does not look like DrGluon. Nope. Hard pass. I don't know. A lot of people say smash. There you go. There's a story for you. You're playing, and Kyle calls up and says, "Yo, bro, I want to come over to your house to stay." And then you have an affair, and you sleep with Kyle. So there you go. And then you have a secret baby with Kyle. Why is that not a scenario? He doesn't have affairs, right? He doesn't, yeah. He's baby daddy material. So woohoo or withdrawal, yeah, basically. Like 65% say smash. So sorry, 64%. Oh no, 65%. It's gone back up again. Science baby with him. Yeah, science baby. That's a new thing. So you can just like get a baby, which is great for like storytelling. And like I said, I'm really intrigued by the milestones. I think that's very cool. Hey, thank you for the $2 super chat. Embrace the chaos of the bugs and glitches. Yeah, there's gonna be bugs. Science baby, Samaj and Gluon. Yes. I think we need to have a whole thing where we just start raising a baby together. Can we call it little burger? Little burger baby? 100% yes. There's no like animation though with the science baby. It was just like, it was just an interaction. They just seemed like, hey, science baby, cool, let's go. And that was it. And then baby appears. So even if it was like, you know, I don't know, like excited, like they act excited or something. Only woohoo in Treehouse. That's true, actually. Burger Boys Jr. Can we name it Patty if it's a girl? Patty's reborn as a baby. Patty check. Glame's origin story. True. 2 burger boys and a baby. Patrick. Yeah, so that's cool. What else did they talk about? No new couriers. Well, at least they didn't say anything about couriers. Little pickle. Anything else? The world seems okay. The world seems okay. Seems alright. The movie theater is kind of a fun idea. You definitely want to put like a restaurant down there, though. If it's like the kind of the night out. Hey, Daisy, thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat. Appreciate that. There's a new bar? There's probably another social media influencer career. Absolutely, yeah. It has a different name. It's called Ziggle or something like that. There's no new bar. I didn't see there was a new bar. Yeah, there wasn't a bar. Yeah, hang on. Can we show the world again? Right here. So we've got a residential here, one empty lot. What is that one? Is that a rental? What is that one there? I forget what that symbol means. There's obviously a library. This is the community lot. Residential. Or someone's living there, maybe. And then we've got an empty lot, and then this house here. Residential, 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 and then empty lot. So there's an empty lot in each area, which is nice. And then this seems like the downtown area, really. Kind of a weird mix of like we're in the city, but we're also like residential. When's the next doc stream? Tomorrow I'll be streaming on Twitch. We'll be doing the 100 baby challenge. We gotta get the 100 baby challenge done, eh? It's not gonna happen. It's gotta change. Holy moly, it's gotta change up our format so much. 2 years I've been doing this 100 baby challenge, and all of a sudden we gotta change it up. It's gonna be rough, I tell you. Rough. It's a dry town. It's so funny they didn't put a bar. You know what? I joked about them putting a bar in last night. Maybe they ripped it out. Like, oh shoot, get rid of it. Get rid of it quickly. The keepsake. That's kind of cute. Yeah. Yeah, I like the keepsake thing. Yeah, we're going to be jesting at the top of the hour. We're going to be playing more Kingdoms Reborn, which we got the gist of earlier, and it seemed like interesting enough that I want to play more of it, see what it's about. It's boring, you think? Yeah, I don't know, I guess I have to see it in person. I think Werewolves World was so good. That was such a good world. This is I have to see in person. I'm kind of feeling, I don't know, like a high school world was kind of also for me kind of like, it's another American town. We've got so many American towns. Which I mean, I'm sure Americans are their biggest audience, so got a movie feel, that's cool. Again, does that tie in with the movie stuff bag? Will they play those movies? America is huge, that's true. But this is my local American town. That's true, Capaldi. Yeah. Do you feel like it's do you feel like you recognize when you look around? Do you like this feels like where I live? Yeah, San Francisco. I'm American, can confirm huge. It's true. Why is there no worlds based on Iowa? Huh? What the heck? I want a world that represents where I live, Iowa. I want cornfields in my backyard and stuff. I like the houses back here. Obviously, these are not real lots, but these are cool. I do feel like the houses in this area, they all feel like they're in part of a neighborhood. Like, even the fake houses feel like they match up with the actual lots, which is nice. Yeah, where are the cornfields? In Iowa too? Let's go. Iowa stuff back. No, it'll be a kit. That's all we get. I wish it was more of a big city. Yeah, it's definitely not a big city. It's definitely like someone said Oakland vibe, or maybe down, like down the coast or down the bay or whatever. You know, I don't know towns very well, but I mean that looks like the Bay Bridge. But like if that was the Bay Bridge, like the Bay Bridge, at least in San Francisco, is right into the city. So maybe on the other side of the city is supposed to be what this is. It's a really big bridge for this very seemingly small town. Like, oh, you know, look at this. Like, obviously this bridge is not connected to this area. It goes off screen this way and this way. Where does the bridge go? Check my tinfoil hat on and figure it out. It's cool. The life goals. I think like I said before, I think the milestone thing is very, very intriguing. I definitely want to play around with that. Cars confirmed. There are cars. I don't think we'll ever get cars in Sim 4, though. They're just decorative items. Grass on the lawn? At a Walmart, yeah. Buy my first growing together pack in order to see what's over the bridge. My first growing together pack. Let's go. I did see that, Lily. I thanked them. Yeah. Anyway, I want to take these boats out. I want to just get in the boat. My daughter wants to play Sims 3. She's like, can you put Sims 3 on my computer? They got boat houses. James was right about this place. I thought this might be a lot, but this is not a lot. I don't know if you can visit it though. Like, is this like the movie theater, like a bar, but a rabbit hole bar? I don't know if Sims 3 would run on a computer. And it's it's a pretty. They never do, right? I know. I was hoping. Also, I couldn't really see it from that trailer. It was kind of off to the side. I was like, maybe it's on stilts, maybe. I like these water things, or the playgrounds. It's nice the way they design those. I mean, it's still like the pirate ship thing and monkey bars that we have in every park. But I like the design of it. It looks nice. Sims 3 is on the app, yeah. She has like I just got a new laptop recently because her last one broke. So we're gonna be switching over to the Gist of It channel in a little bit. If you would like to see more stream from me, we'll be playing a game called Kingdom Reborn, which is like a city building game. If you like Banished or Anno series. Or Civilization, we'll be playing a game like that. Now, no Rosa tonight because we did this. This kind of took up most of the 4 hours that we streamed. So Rosa was put on hold till next week. I started early here. I did this because I knew if I started on the Gist of It channel, y'all be talking about this on the Gist of It channel, and I was like, I don't want spoilers, so yeah, next week. This played on Friday, so is there anything like Minecraft? Everything is like Minecraft if you really believe. I came home early from work for Rosa. Well, I mean, like I said, this I didn't know if I could fit one Rosa in. I thought I could fit one Rosa in, but this was much longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought maybe I could do like half this and half a Rosa, but this went on longer than I thought it was going to. No rogue drops today. Next week, though. Next week. This just happened to be on the Friday. If this played yesterday, I would have done this on my Twitch stream. If I do YouTube streams on Fridays and this happened to be on the Friday, it meant we were doing this. And like I was saying before, when this pack comes out, what, in like 2 weeks, right? Week and a half? 2 weeks. Most likely Rosa and my 100 Baby Challenge and Mr. Bumble, all my other Let's Plays are going to be kind of put on hold while we explore this pack. We'll have a bunch of Let's Plays evolving around this pack. Now, I've already decided we're going to do a Let's Play where we play as a sim. We start them as an infant, and it'd be like the Truman Show. We're going to call it the Glooman Show, and it is going to be like we start with them, and we have to get all the milestones from infant up to elderly. So we can't move on until we get all the milestones. So that's going to be a challenge that we're going to do, and probably do another one where we, I don't know, play as a family, just kind of play the game as normal. Make it yourself sim. Yeah, like a little baby GluOn. Okay. Not Mr. Bumble. So we're gonna have that as a challenge, and then yeah, maybe we do like a Basil running a daycare. That could be fun. We could do that over here on YouTube. Baby GluOn, yeah. It's Baby GluOn. Everybody else is an act. You know, is part of a show. I love the Truman Show. Rumham Jr. Basil could be GluOn's Baby GluOn's dad. Caillou Ren origin story. Rumham as a baby, please. Yeah, I feel like people wouldn't like that though. I feel like people will get mad, you know, not want to see that. 100% yes to Rumham. Yeah. We need to have a science baby. Well, we'll have a baby. And then that baby will just age up. It might just be me as a baby, but then there'd be like parents. But really the focus is that one sim, not the parents or anybody else. It's just like that one sim as they grow up. Obviously the parents have to like look after the baby, make sure the baby hits those milestones. But then they get to a kid and they have to set the like. I need like a list. I need like a list of all the milestones in the game, because you're like, it's gonna be like, get married is gonna be a milestone. Okay, so we're gonna have to get married. I don't know, but is get divorced a milestone? Okay, well we're gonna have to get that too. We know that getting peed on is a milestone. The baby pees on you. The baby pees on you. Make sure we're clear on that one. So it could be funny, kind of like trying to figure out how and when we, you know, in what order we have to get these milestones in, you know. So if having a baby, we get a milestone from having a baby, right? Okay, well then we're gonna have a baby at some point. Just do all of them. I think this is gonna be really fun. It'd probably be something where we do it on Twitch, but then we also do it over here too. We'll just kind of continue it over here. Glad you clarified. Yeah, I probably should make sure we were clear on that. Maybe Bumble could get that milestone while they're in the golden shower. Oh my gosh, Ape. Why did I read out loud? What kind of relationship does me and James have? What relationship does me and James have together in the family dynamic system? Jokers. Strict. Yeah. Yeah, what's the one where James yells at me a bunch? That one, right? Distant. Difficult. James and GluOn science baby? Yeah, James already mentioned it. We gotta do it. Soulmate? Difficult. Toxic. 100%. We didn't get a list of those. They didn't show us. They showed us where they applied, but the family had already been created, so you can't change those apparently. Or if you become, I mean, I feel like you should be able to change those. Like 2 people can grow distant. They could start off joking, but then slowly become distant. I mean, that's not out of the normal. You know, that's normal. So I hope they fix these I hope they fix these high chairs. They said they did. So I'm more YouTube, so I'm glad. Yeah, we're gonna be doing YouTube once a week still. I'm committed to it, and I think it's great being over here. I don't know if we do more than once a week, but definitely once a week is a good thing to do. And I'm also trying to go live on TikTok as well, but I gotta get a key for that. Someday I will have a I could go live on TikTok at the same time. Someone said if I go live on TikTok more on my phone, then I get a stream key come up. So I might just have to do random TikTok streams. But just look at my face. Will the pack kill any games already being played? Will the pack kill any games? What do you mean? They break them? I don't think so. Can you post a notification channel when you go live on YouTube? Is it not posting that? It should be doing that. I'm sorry if it's not. I will make sure that we do that. I was under the impression it was posting it on Discord. Do you mean on Discord? You got a notification? Oh yeah, when you see that I'm going live, you click notify me, but you also got to make sure the app can receive or can give out notifications. So you do that in the settings on your phone because you may have notifications turned off on YouTube. So you want to make sure those notifications are turned on, and then when you hit notify me on the video, because you can hit notify me, but if your phone fundamentally is blocking notifications from YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? So you need to make sure you unblock those. Yeah. Let's go into the settings and do that. And then when you do that, you should get a notification when we go live. Yeah, it's been great over here, honestly. It's been fun being on YouTube. A lot of great people. But we're going to be going back to Twitch tomorrow, and we're going to be doing the 100 Baby Challenge over there. So notifications drive you nuts. Yeah. You don't want to see my phone. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have to like manually do it. All right, well, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm going to end here. I'm going to use the bathroom and get a drink. I'll be back down in a little bit here. We're going to be going live on the Gist of It channel. It's a channel where I play other games, not Sims. But you might be like, this guy seems kind of cool. I would like to see more of him. I'll show you what it looks like. He plays other games as well that I also like. I mean, I play other games that you also might like, you know? Like Dreamlight Valley. Or other things like this Pharaoh game we played, you know? Or this Potion Shop game. We play other games. That wouldn't necessarily work on a Sims only channel, right? But we're going to be going live on this channel, and we're going to be playing more of this game that we played earlier on the channel. We're going to be trying out this game again. So we played Bratz. Yeah, we have Bratz here. Flaunt your fashion. Very popular video. So go give it a subscribe if you like. It's a very small channel. I need the love to come over here too. So give it a subscribe if you can. We're gonna go over there. So yeah, I'm gonna pause this video. I'm gonna pause this one. Check my DMs. Hang on. My DMs are closed right now. I should open them. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna get a drink, and I'm gonna get use the bathroom. Oh wait, what's this? Hang on. The Glooman Show. Amazing. Is he wearing a fez back there? I'll be back in a little bit over on the other channel. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are all amazing. See you next time. Bye-bye.